means it was a good weekend for you, whether it was San Diego State getting to 6-1 with that road win against their rival, or SDFC winning in convincing fashion last night at Snapdragon Stadium, waiting on a Padres manager. But if you're an Aztec, if you're an SDFC supporter, if you're a San Diegan, I think a good weekend overall.
I don't think it was very convincing last night. It was kind of tight. I mean, at the end there,
whatever. So they won the match, right? They won the match.
It got a little scary.
Did they win or lose? They won the match.
They won.
So SDFC wins, San Diego State wins. And listen to this. Steven Strasburg, the Aztec for life, who played for Tony Gwynn, who was the World Series MVP in 2019 with the Nationals.
Yes.
And signed one of the biggest deals in baseball history. He's back with San Diego State, a special assistant to the head coach of the Aztecs. He was introduced to the media earlier today. He will join us on Jon Jim, flagship for the Aztecs, coming up at 2:30. Will Brinson on this weekend in the NFL, including what's to come here on Monday Night Football. But good weekend, Jim. SDFC, San Diego State, both teams with so much to play for. SDFC playing for an MLS Cup in its debut season. San Diego State maybe trying to win a Mountain West, even get to a college football playoff. A lot going on here to start November in just a couple of days.
Yeah, so Padres, very quiet. It's funny. I sent you this text over the weekend.
Yeah.
We had Mike Farron on the show last week.
Yep.
And
was it Monday, maybe? I think it was.
Was it Monday last week?
Yeah,
it was Monday last week. And we asked him, hey, who do you think could be a good candidate potentially
yes.
for the Padres? And he brings up the most random name I've ever heard of.
Yeah. Was bench coach for the Guardians, right?
Craig Albernaz. Albernaz.
Yep.
Craig Albernaz. And I'm like, okay.
But he's locked in.
Yeah, because just yesterday, Craig Albernaz was announced as the Baltimore Orioles' new manager.
Which Mike Farron told us is going to be a savvy hiring. Whoever hires Craig Albernaz, he says he is ready for that position.
So when he tells us, I don't think it's going to be Albert Pujols. I don't see it being Albert Pujols. Well, I just have to look at Mike Farron's track record here with getting things right. And I would tend to probably believe that if he's saying he doesn't believe it's going to be Albert Pujols, I don't think it's going to be Albert Pujols.
If there's two buckets, seriously, if there's the bucket of names we've heard, the members that have already, these candidates that have already been interviewed, whether it's Ruben Niebla, whether it's Albert Pujols, whether it's Brian Esposito, or if it's mystery candidate like Craig Albernaz with Baltimore, I think that was a little bit out of left field, even in the Orioles search. Do you think it's going to be a name that's been reported over the last week, or will it be a left field name? Bob Melvin was out of left field. That wasn't discussed really until we learned that he was interviewing for the position. So do you think it's someone that we've discussed or someone that has not been discussed as of yet that ultimately is the manager of the Padres?
That's like the $1 million question right now. But I think more important than the manager hire still remains AJ Preller. How could it not?
Is there anything new there?
No,
and so you're saying nothing. In terms of his future and his status moving forward, and
nothing.
If we'll be retained beyond 2026?
Nothing.
Just very quiet in that regard.
Very quiet.
Well, you're right. And you might say, well, it's the World Series. Isn't it always quiet? No. Baltimore just hired someone. It's the World Series. Isn't it always quiet? No. The Padres have made other hirings during World Series before on off days.
The Angels just hired Kurt Suzuki right before game one. Right. And as Darnay pointed out over the weekend, by the way, Darnay, we have some talking to do about this.
Didn't Darnay guarantee the manager would be named yesterday for the Padres?
Yeah, he forced everyone to put their notifications on their phone and be on, around their cell phone for 24 hours yesterday, because he was implying that the Padres were going to hire a manager yesterday.
I thought he had some inside reporting, but he didn't.
No, he did not. He did not.
We need to get him on.
He's coming on.
He's coming on.
Yeah, he's going to be
today.
Not today,
but in the future.
No, he said.
I like it.
He said this week that he's expecting a random text around 1 p.m. on Wednesday afternoon.
With some meme.
Yeah. Guess what? 1 p.m. Wednesday afternoon, you're getting a random text.
You're getting a text. You need to explain yourself.
So look, it's not uncommon that teams hire managers during the World Series, like we just said. It happens all the time. Just happened yesterday with the Orioles. But I do think there has to be a resolution on AJ first. I don't.
Yeah, when you mean resolution, you say maybe like an extension,
unless, which I was thinking about this today, unless when word gets out of the Padres hiring a manager, maybe they just do like kill two birds with one stone type of thing, where it's, all right, we hired this manager. Oh, by the way, we also give AJ an extension.
You mean like the Mike Clevenger tweet? Oh, we've extended Mike Clevenger for 2 years. Oh, by the way, he's out for both of those years with Tommy John.
No, not that type of tweet. This one actually would be a positive.
Yeah. Yeah, I still go back to what we said the day the season ended, and I'll actually double down on it now. If for whatever reason the Padres did not come to terms with AJ Preller, or if Preller left for another opportunity this offseason because they couldn't come to terms with him beyond 2026, I think that's a massive issue for the Padres from a PR perspective. I don't think you can lose AJ Preller. I really don't. Like, again, if you gave me a reason like that it would be a sizable upgrade, if you told me that Theo Epstein was coming, by the way, he's not. Right? If you told me Bruce Bochy's the next manager with Theo Epstein, okay, that's a different conversation. But if you just told me AJ Preller is leaving because they couldn't come to terms and it's run its course, I just think that's a PR nightmare. I really do.
Yep.
And we've done the polling, we've talked to people, we've seen social media. I don't think people are clamoring for AJ Preller not to be here right now. I really don't think that.
If you don't have a resolution on AJ, which you're going to have to.
You're going to have to.
Because the way this is going to go is either two ways this offseason. Either, well, actually, I guess three. First one, if they do not come to agreement on any type of contract extension, then is AJ going to be okay with going into a lame duck season? And if he is, okay, fine. That's just going to be very awkward and weird and wouldn't make too much sense if you're letting them hire a manager and you're signing that manager to a multi-year deal.
1 year deal. Yeah.
So that one doesn't make sense. Two, they couldn't come to any agreement and AJ decides to leave. Now, there's only one place he could go, which is Colorado.
They still haven't hired?
Still have not hired. So that's the other option.
Well, you have to be let out of his deal to do that.
Yes.
Obviously.
And then the third option is they sign him to a contract extension. Like, I can't think of any other options here other than those three.
I mean, the one other thing that we've discussed is they actually hire a general manager and retain AJ Preller. This is done with more than half of the major league teams. More than half of the major league teams have both a vice president of baseball operations and a general manager. The Padres are now in the minority. Now, I'm not saying that it works in that manner for AJ Preller. Preller's the guy that wants his hands on everything. Does he really want a GM making day-to-day decisions when he's the vice president of baseball operations? Does that make sense for the organization?
Well, the GM would never make a decision without AJ knowing.
Well, of course not. I mean, no, he would certainly. It's not going to be like, oh, by the way, we traded Manny. You did? While I was playing pickup basketball, you changed the course of the franchise? No, of course that wouldn't happen. But I still believe of the three options you laid out, the most likely is he's extended.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm AJ Preller, part of my extension talks is like, well, A, what kind of resources are we dealing with? And B, who am I reporting to? Is this organization run by Eric Rupner? Is it run by John Seidler? What's the direction moving forward of this club? I mean, the Padres have a lot of questions. I just had a conversation earlier about an hour ago with a Padres fan. I'm like, the one thing with the Padres is they're always like, there's an instability about them even when they're successful. Like they've been successful, but man, there's a lot of juggling going on with the San Diego Padres.
Makes them interesting though.
It does.
You know, there's never a dull moment around here. Would you want to, I mean, yes, obviously you want this team to be a perennial winner year in and year out. And honestly, they kind of have been. Last 4 years, all winning seasons. I know 2023 was a fake, winning record, but still, it's on paper. So they have been a perennial winner the last 4 seasons. But there's been drama every single year.
Sure.
Now, can you withstand all the drama and still win? Well, they're proving that you can because they're losing managers left and right. There's an article every other offseason about, instability and turmoil inside the organization, but yet they still go out and they win baseball games and they make postseasons. So like they're doing something right.
I agree with that.
But at the same time, at some point, this turmoil and instability and changing managers every 2 years is going to come back to bite them in the ass.
I mean, it's definitely the opposite of the way, just look up the road to a team that's hosting game 3 tonight in LA, and maybe you shouldn't be comparing the Padres to the Dodgers. We've had that conversation before in off seasons. But look at the Dodgers' stability. Andrew Friedman's been there for 10 years now. Dave Roberts has been there for 10 years now. Now they've won at a very high level. But is some of the winning Is some of that because of the stability? Now it's the resources
too.
The players and that's the resources.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the resources conversation. Padres have resources. Padres aren't the ones crying poor, I think, here. They, I think, are 8th or 9th this year in baseball and payroll. I guess it proves there's multiple ways you can have a level of success, but they haven't had near the success, obviously, of the team with the additional resources. Also, the team that's had way more stability than them over the last 10 years. Nowhere close.
And when AJ says he wants a manager here for 10 plus seasons, that's there's going to be a lot of change if this manager's here for 10 plus years.
I would bet
which is no shot.
I would bet anything the next manager of the Padres is not here for 10 years. I'd be willing to bet anything.
I would bet so much money if I had
anything tangible
that there is no shot.
I mean, I would basically bet anything he was not here for 5 years.
Oh, less than that.
I mean, the last manager to be here 5 years is Buddy Black. That's a long time ago. They've had a lot of managers since Bud Black.
Yeah, no shot. 3 years is even like, that would be crazy.
You'd be going back to Andy Green and you're going back to the previous decade. So I'm with you. I mean, they have a lot of questions that need to be answered. It probably does start with AJ Preller. And by the way, I think your managerial pool is not as good if the manager that you're about to hire is working for a GM that's only under contract through 2026.
Yeah, because if you're interviewing for a job and the boss is like, we want to hire you, but I'm not going to be here after next year. Are you going to really want to work there?
Look at Suzuki. Got a 1-year deal to line him up with the GM. You know why he got that deal? Because he had no other option. Like, you want to manage the big leagues? We're going to give you a 1-year deal. Does that give you the best candidate for the job? Absolutely not.
Yeah. I mean, your boss matters. You can't just go work somewhere if your boss sucks. And I mean, you can if you want, but you're doing it to yourself. If you like, be prepared to hate it. And so if they go out and whoever they speak to and they ask a question to AJ, like, hey man, you gonna be here for a long time? If the answer is, I don't know.
Which is basically what it was 2 weeks ago. It's like, well, we'll worry about it this offseason.
I'm going to be like, yeah, I don't know about this one. Especially if the person they hire, that's just example, Ryan Flaherty, tight with AJ. I don't know if that's true, but AJ wanted to hire him before, Group Dog and everybody stepped in and said they wanted Schilt instead.
This is 2 years ago.
So, like, if they were to hire Ryan Flaherty, one of his boys, presumably, is Ryan Flaherty going to be okay with not knowing the future of AJ Preller? Because, essentially Flaherty's success and Flaherty's contract and his, job as a manager, doesn't it feel like it's tied directly to AJ if AJ is the one that hires him?
Yeah, 100% accurate. All right, on the other side, Steven Strasburg is going to join us, special assistant now to San Diego State baseball. We'll learn more about that from Strauss himself. He'll join us coming up at 2:30, plus more in SDFC picking up a playoff win and San Diego State getting to 6-1. This is Jon and Jim, San Diego Sports 760, live on the iHeartRadio app. All right, Jon and Jim, San Diego Sports 760. Tons to get to today. We have Aztec tickets for Saturday's homecoming.
Way to bury the lead.
Aztecs tickets for Saturday's homecoming will give away in the 4 o'clock hour. Should be an awesome atmosphere. San Diego State in the thick of everything right now. Mount West title game contention. Shoot, college football playoff contention out of the group of 5 for San Diego State. And then there's SDFC, which is a win away from reaching the Western Conference semifinals. So in regards to both of those, let's talk about both of those real quick. Steven Strasburg will join us in 10 minutes. He's now a special assistant to San Diego State baseball coming home. Think about both of those. Expectations for both were similar. Mm-hmm. Heading into the year, nobody was like, SDFC, let me tell you, man, not only excited, they're winning this thing. No, we weren't hearing that. And with San Diego State football, who was saying that from 3-9, they would even be in this position? Now they have to finish it off, but they're 6-1 to this point. That's what I like about both of these stories. They're great stories. Nobody expected it from SDFC. Nobody expected it from San Diego State, and it's playing out right in front of our eyes here, just a couple of miles from us here in Mission Valley.
I mean, when you think about sports in this town, this year alone, you have, to start at the beginning of the year, San Diego State makes the NCAA tournament. Now they lost big to North Carolina, but still made the NCAA tournament. Padres made the postseason. SDFC and the Wave made the postseason. You know, SDFC picking up their first win in the postseason last night. They have a 1-0 series lead over Portland, best of 3. San Diego State football is 6-1, bowl eligible, and they're in the thick of it for a Mountain West Conference championship. And then you get the basketball team once again starting up with a lot of returning players. They're going to be, if they stay healthy, everything permitting, one of the better teams in college basketball. Like, that's the year for San Diego sports.
It's a good year.
Everything that is like a quote unquote major sport. I know college isn't, major sport, but still in this town, San Diego football, San Diego basketball, like that's what we have. So you look at it, it's been a extremely successful year for sports in this city. And this weekend with San Diego State shutting out Fresno State, that game was not the prettiest game offensively, but defensively, if you love defense, you were having a great time because this defense is incredible. And then last night, SDFC gets, a goal in the 23rd or 24th minute. Then they immediately go up 2-0. Dreyer scores with a header. It was incredible. The atmosphere was insane. They hold on for a 2-1 victory. Right now, things could not be going better here in San Diego.
What's interesting, you mentioned the Aztec defense. Isn't it funny? You can go through coaches and things can change, NIL, transfer portal, but at the end of the day, San Diego State looks a lot like San Diego State, don't they? They lead with their defense. The only team in America that's allowed fewer points than San Diego State?
Ohio State?
Is Ohio State. And Ohio State happens to be ranked number 1 in the country. So that's how good the Aztecs have been on defense. They have homecoming coming up on Saturday. It's interesting, like the back and forth. San Diego State plays at Snapdragon Stadium this weekend. SDFC was there this past weekend. SDFC is guaranteed at least another home match. But yeah, I'm with you. It's like there's a lot to look forward to this fall and winter in San Diego.
Yeah.
The SDFC story, we don't know how it ends. San Diego State football, we don't know how it ends. Basketball starts a week from tomorrow, by the way, on the Mesa against Long Beach State. So, yeah, there's a ton. Listen, a lot of the headlines drawn in the city, and it starts right here on Jon and Jim, are drawn by the Padres. We spend a fortune of time on the San Diego Padres. And I think a lot of Padres fans would tell you it was a fine year. It's not a year that's going to be remembered for forever. It's not a landmark year. I thought it was a good enough year. I think some would argue it was a disappointing year because the expectations have definitely been raised. But the Padres are in the postseason. We've gone through their history. They're not in every single year. So, yeah, I mean, it's nice that the Padres remain as relevant as they are. Because you go back 10 years, they were irrelevant by and large.
It is crazy how you can have a team win 90 games.
Yep.
Back-to-back seasons, by the way. First time
ever
in franchise history. Making the postseason in back-to-back years, first time since the early 2000s. And we view it as a disappointing year.
Some do. Yeah, I mean, I think you and I would lean that way.
Yeah, I think if you're not a pom-pom waving fan that just cares about going to the ballpark, having a fun time, and, these are fun players to watch, then, yeah, you look at this year as disappointing. I think. I don't think there's any way to look at it, to be honest with you. Like, they left a lot of wins out there. They had a chance to win the division. They didn't. And, came crashing down in the postseason. And frankly, there wasn't a lot of like fun, exciting moments this year that I can remember off the top of my head, to be honest with you. And that's a credit to them though, to get to 90 wins after I said all that. But I don't even know where we're going with this with San Diego State or with the Padres. But
I have no idea.
I have no idea. But
other than, well, I guess the point is for it to be a great sports year in San Diego, I think a lot of people would lead you to believe that it's got to be a great year for the Padres. I mean, out of the big four, you have the Padres. So for it to be a great sports year, does it have to lead with the Padres?
No,
maybe. Depends on the person.
Depends. I mean, SDFC could go on to win the MLS Cup.
But listen, it's like we always say, you might be an SDFC fan that's not a fan of the Padres, but you might be a Padres fan that's not a fan of the Aztecs.
I just think the cool thing is, if you accept all sports in San Diego, there's something for everybody to watch that right now is exciting and fun. And it's, a lot of winning. So like, that's really cool. And that's exciting. If you want to watch a basketball team, that's going to be really good. You got San Diego State. If you want to watch a football team right now, it's really good. You got San Diego football. If you want to watch soccer teams that are really good, you got the Wave and you got STFC. Like, that's pretty cool.
It is. No, I agree with you. All right, we're going to switch gears. Steven Strasburg is coming home. He's a special assistant to San Diego State baseball. We're going to hear from him. He's going to call in 4 or 5 minutes. We'll talk about Strauss coming back to the Mesa, played for Tony Gwynn, of course, starred at San Diego State before getting drafted #1 overall, and later was the World Series MVP in 2019. So Steven Strasburg is going to join us on the other side. There's tons to get to today. Don't go anywhere. Jon and Jim, San Diego Sports 760, live on the iHeartRadio app.
All right, this update is brought to you by Staples Stores. We'll start with the Aztecs. They shut out Fresno State on Saturday afternoon, 23-0 to improve in 6-1 on the year. They're now bowl eligible this season. Next up, it's homecoming night here at Snapdragon Stadium this Saturday night against Wyoming. Last night, SDFC took a 1-0 series lead as they beat Portland 2-1. Game 2 is on Saturday in Portland. If they win, they advance. And tonight is a sports equinox. Every single sport will be underway tonight. MLS postseason, World Series, NBA, NHL, and NFL. And tonight we have Lakers basketball here on the station. So make sure to tune into that right here on San Diego Sports 760. This update is brought to you by Staples.
All right, Jon and Jim, San Diego Sports 760. Awesome to connect with Steven Strasburg, who was introduced today as a special assistant to Kevin Vance, the head coach of the Aztecs. Steven Strasburg coming home to the Mesa, where, of course, he starred, was then selected #1 overall, and, of course, won a World Series with the Nationals in 2019. And joining us right now on the home of the Aztecs, San Diego Sports 760. So, first of all, Steven, congratulations on this opportunity. For you, it's got to be surreal for it to be kind of full circle coming back home. What is this experience like for you?
Yeah, it feels like I was just out here pitching yesterday. Game goes by really fast, and I'm excited to be back home. I care so deeply about San Diego State baseball, and I'm very, very motivated to help get the program to the next level.
Has this been something like that's been in the works for a while? Like, have you been thinking about returning here to San Diego State in a coaching capacity?
Yeah, I think I still have a strong passion for the game of baseball, and my experience here at San Diego State changed my life, and I really want to do everything I can to preserve Tony Gwynn Stadium and have it return to being the premier venue in San Diego County. And I really believe that all the ingredients are here in our backyard to create something special and hopefully win a national championship someday.
Steven Strasburg with us right now on Jon and Jim. So you have such a unique relationship with San Diego. Like, you grew up a San Diegan. You were a Padres fan. You watched Tony Gwynn when you were young. You then played for him. You talked about this a little today, but for our listeners that didn't hear it, what was your relationship like with Tony that made it so special and unique?
Well, I think, Tony, he could have done anything after his playing career. And my freshman year, he was getting inducted in the Hall of Fame. And I remember going into the locker room for the first day and listening to him speak. And, he just really wanted to hit home that he was going to be our coach, and that he didn't really care that he was going into the Hall of Fame, or he didn't really care about all the accomplishments that he did. He really wanted to give back and, share his knowledge of the game with the next generation of players. And, I was fortunate and blessed to be one of those guys in the clubhouse playing for him.
So Aztec baseball named Kevin Vance the new head coach of this team back in July. What makes him the right guy for this job here at San Diego State?
Yeah, well, Kevin, and the baseball community is really small. I actually grew up playing travel ball with his older brother. I never knew Kevin growing up, but there was a lot of alumni from San Diego State that were connected with him, and him being a local guy, he knows better than anybody how rich this area is with talent, and how many big leaguers have come out of San Diego is it's pretty special and pretty amazing to see that the top talent is right here in the backyard, and hopefully we can create something special to where they all want to become Aztecs.
So I'm curious from your perspective, because you touched on this today, like you'd like to see San Diego State, reach Omaha for the first time in program history, or potentially one day win a national championship. From your seat, what will it take for San Diego State to reach that level of college baseball?
Yeah, I think it's really going to start with building the infrastructure here to give, Kevin and the other coaches the resources to, keep the players here at home, number one, but to also develop them. Tony Gwynn Stadium has been here for, 25 plus years, and, it's starting to show a little bit of wear and tear, and there's, a lot of improvements in the works here, and really just trying to create this venue that is going to attract, the next generation of players and have it be, return to being the community venue that it was designed to be.
So looking back on your career here at San Diego State, obviously the no-hitter is the biggest one here. But, for you, what is your biggest takeaway from your playing time here at San Diego State?
Well, I think it's the relationships. We just had our alumni weekend last week, and it was just so special to be able to catch up and connect with former teammates. And it's the bond is the best thing that I could take away from my experience here. If it wasn't for the guys that I played with, my career wouldn't have been what it was. I came in here with no role. I was undrafted, struggled to finish the conditioning. And, those guys really supported me. And, I owe it all to them. They taught me how to get better. They taught me, how hard you need to work to get to the next level. And I really did everything I could to just take all that information and, just continue to get better and better every day. And, I'm just fortunate to have had the career that I had. And, I wanted to create an environment for the next guy to come do the same.
Steven Strasburg with us right now. Again, earlier today named special assistant to the head coach of the Aztecs baseball program. As you know, San Diego State's transitioning to the Pac-12 conference. Of course, Oregon State has been one of the national powers. They'll be one of the members in the Pac-12. How motivating is that? What will it take to perform at a high level in this league that's coming within the next year?
Yeah, I think it's it's going to be a process for sure. And Oregon State is at the pinnacle. They have the history, and they've won the national championships, and they're in a position where we're trying to get to. And it's really going to come down to taking care of the little things, getting a chance to see all the new players that came in here. It's a really exciting time to be an Aztec. The guys are hungry, and they want to go out there and do well for this city, and hopefully, turn some heads around in the process.
So this is our first time speaking with you, and I mentioned the no-hitter against Air Force, striking out 17 batters that game. Some people say that's the first no-hitter in San Diego, baseball history here. I know Joe had it for the Padres, but a lot of people look at your no-hitter as the first in San Diego. Going back to that moment, what did that day entail for you, and how much do you think about that, just randomly at times in your life?
Well, I think it just reminds me what's possible here at Tony Gwynn Stadium and here at San Diego State. I just look back on that game, and it's funny because my junior year kind of coincided with this greater push from MLB to air the draft and to have a lot more media exposure to the college game and the college players. And, it was just so special to be pitching my last game here at Tony Gwynn Stadium in front of a sellout crowd with the band playing, and the atmosphere is just electric. And I think it just goes to show, similar to what the Padres have been able to accomplish over the, last decade, is that, this is a baseball town, and, you have a good product on the field that, the fans are going to want to show up to support.
Let me ask you this. We can touch on the Padres briefly as well before you go, but let me ask you this. From your perspective, what was a better accomplishment? A no-hitter in your final college game, or striking out 23 batters? 23 batters against Utah. Like, what's, in your opinion, having done both, what's harder to accomplish?
It's tough to say. I look back on those games, and I remember the way it felt, but I don't remember exactly, what I did differently. I tried to keep it very simple out there, and that was to go out there and keep the team in the ball game. It's funny because I feel like the Utah game was one where it was a little bit tighter game. I was facing against a pitcher at Utah, Stephen Fife, I want to say, who ended up pitching in the big leagues for a bit. And so it was tooth and nail all the way to the end. And, I would say that was more of a challenge, because when you're when you're out there pitching and the game's close, it can all get away from you pretty quickly just from, one pitch going the wrong way.
So now that you're out of the big leagues, you can put your Padres cap back on. Padres have been really good the last, 4 seasons, 3 of the last 4 years making the postseason. What's it been like to see the success here of the Padres. Now that you're not, in the bigs anymore, you can probably watch them a little bit more. But what's your thoughts on their recent success and their future? What they're going to do in the future?
Yeah, it's really cool to see the team just showing continued success year in and year out. It's really impressive to see all the guys that they've been able to develop in-house. And, they really have this prospect pipeline that it seems like everybody that's coming up is contributing. From afar as a kid, I grew up in a different generation of Padres players. Everybody went around with Tony Gwynn, Ken Caminetti, Ryan Klesko jerseys. And now, taking my daughters to school and all the kids are wearing Machado, Tatis, and Jackson Merrill jerseys. So it makes me feel pretty old, actually.
That's hilarious. Steven Strasburg, man, congratulations on all your successes. I know a lot of people in San Diego are excited to have you back on the Mesa, special assistant to the head coach of the Aztecs baseball program. So congratulations on that. We will see you at Tony Gwynn Stadium soon, and thanks for hopping on the flagship.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
All right, great stuff from Steven Strasburg. I'm telling you what, he's already made a lot of investments in the program. They're going to be doing a lot of work at Tony Gwynn Stadium. Mm-hmm. He's a big part of that.
Yeah.
His resources, his knowledge, his expertise, his passion for San Diego State, like that's going to mean a lot to San Diego State baseball.
Yeah, and the one thing about San Diego State athletics in general is the alums. There are so many San Diego State alums that have gone on, like Kawhi Leonard, Steven Strasburg, Xander. You have Tony Gwynn. Like football program has a bunch, right? The basketball program has a bunch. Like the baseball program, obviously.
Yep.
So to have those alums come back and be a part of their respective programs again, that's just a huge boost for baseball, and hopefully one day Kawhi can get more involved with San Diego State. Obviously, it's tough when he's playing right now, but it's just perfect fit. It's a perfect fit to have Steven Strasburg come back and be a part of this program in the way he is.
Wasn't it in 2019 when Strasburg won World Series MVP, which we didn't even touch on? Kawhi won NBA Finals MVP.
Yeah, with the Raptors.
So you had two San Diego State alums in the same year at the highest level of American sports winning MVP of their championships. I mean, that's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
It is absolutely ridiculous. Steven Strasburg back home on the Mesa. On the other side, Dave Roberts. Is he or is he not a clown? That's next on Jon and Jim.
Rhetorical question.
All right, so Jim, I don't know if you realize this. Here's a fun fact. I have a fun fact for you. The World Series is tonight.
Is it? What game is it?
One of the games. They play a series of games. That's why they call it the World Series. But that's another fun fact. So game 3 is tonight, Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. Okay. Now, amazingly, the Dodgers made it for the game.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Because they had to play out of the country for the first 2 games. Can you believe that? They had to leave the country to play the first 2 games.
Where'd they have to go?
They just made it back.
Oh, they went.
They had to go to Canada.
Oh my gosh!
On their own plane. Oh, imagine how hard that was.
That must have been.
By the way, their opponent also had to travel from Canada.
I'm just glad that they made it.
What are the odds?
It's not like they haven't been to Japan or anything as a team. Oh, that's
Korea, Japan, Toronto, every other year.
Right, but they went to Japan at the beginning of this year. They went to Korea
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Man, it must the travel from Canada to Los Angeles must have been wild. I mean, having to go through customs and with the government shutdown, I'm sure that, it's not the easiest right now, and especially when you're going across the border. Like,
to get ready for the World Series.
I know.
And they only had one off day to do all this.
And they're flying charters.
That's tough, man.
Dude, really tough.
What was Dave Roberts? I honestly didn't. I was like, is this AI? When I think you sent me, I'm like, what is he talking about?
I tweeted it.
Yeah, okay.
By the way, right now, anytime I tweet about anything Dodgers related,
everyone hates you.
Every low life Dodger fan decides to pounce, thinking that like I care, but it's funny.
What do they say about you? Some things you can't say on the radio?
A lot of things I can't say on the radio.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Like one of them, I don't fully remember. It was along the lines of like you haven't won anything in your sports life, and we took your NFL team and keep crying, baby. And
you're like, I don't play.
I'm like, I don't play. I cover the Padres, and I don't like the Chargers. I'm a 49ers fan, but they don't know that. So that's why I think it's funny.
All right. So this was Dave Roberts' media availability between games 2 and 3.
This was about his travel back to LA from Canada. He wasn't happy.
No, he wasn't. Take a listen.
I don't want to get too far into it. I just arrived about 30 minutes ago. So there were some delays. I don't know if there was intent or not, but it just, man, the international stuff was a bear. But we made it. We made it.
Intent. What is the accusation there?
Is he
the Canadian government?
No.
Customs? Well, the Blue Jays?
Are you going to be blaming TSA agents?
Yeah, I don't understand the intent. There's not intent, bud. We all try. If anyone, by the way, to our collective points, the way the Dodgers travel is a lot different than the way our listeners travel and you and I travel. You know what I mean? Like, what we all deal with when we travel? Get up early, take our shoes off, deal with TSA, right? You're dealing with your kid. Like, it's not the easiest thing in the world.
You don't have to take your shoes off anymore.
But you get the point. You get the point. It's not the easiest thing in the world. The way the Dodgers travel compared to the way our listeners travel, save it is my point.
Look, and by the way, Andy McCullough covers the Dodgers for the LA Times. I think he maybe switched to New York Times. I don't know. But anyway, he's covered the Dodgers before. He did an updated story on the word intent used by Dave Roberts.
That's what I'm saying. He works for The Athletic, by the way.
Okay.
Which is owned by the New York Times.
And he said Dave Roberts had to clarify his comments. Quote, Canada is not trying to sabotage the Dodgers. He said, I know that it was just a long day.
So he used the wrong word. When I heard it and then I saw the word intent, I'm like, what are you implying? That someone actually made a decision to impact your travel in an effort to hurt your chances of winning? That's a ridiculous claim.
This is
ridiculous.
This is atypical out of the playbook of Dave Roberts. He rage baits, which to his credit, I mean, look, it kind of is successful. He plays the victim card. No one in professional sports plays the victim card quite like Dave Roberts plays the victim card. He is the ultimate victim in everything. And he knows what he's doing. I'll give him credit. He knows what he's doing, even though he comes off as being a complete clown, but he knows what he's doing.
And by the way, oftentimes it works.
You're right. Exactly. That's my point.
And I will say this, what was worse? Was it Manny throwing a baseball back towards a dugout railing?
This one's pretty bad.
Or was it?
This one's pretty stupid.
Custom.
This one's pretty stupid.
Consider to be a worse though? What's a stronger accusation? Manny threw a ball at me, or customs tried to prevent us from getting to game 3.
The Manny situation where he feared for his life.
Did he actually say that?
He was implying it, and I wouldn't put it past Dave Roberts to go that far because guy's a rage bait and clown. But every time I think of that, I think of Darth Sidious, Brett, in the Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, when he's like, I feared for my life.
Oh, when Manny, like, by the way, the angles of that ridiculous
like, give me a break.
If I think from the press box, I forget who initially tweeted it. Like Annie Halpern had a video, or someone had a video.
Annie had it, yeah, it went viral.
The ball, you know how guys throw like 105 these days, like Mason Miller. This ball was thrown by Manny Machado like 19 miles an hour, like a lollygag. Like he just tossed it, and it became. And by the way, the last laugh is the part that sucks about it.
Yeah, I know.
Because the Dodgers have gotten a lot of last laughs.
Yeah, I said before the postseason started, I think we all agreed on it. Like, Dodgers are winning the World Series.
And they're still the heavy favorite, coming home 1-1, which we said. Now, I said if the Blue Jays won game 1, I would treat it like they could get it back to Toronto, and hopefully they can, but there's no guarantee of that.
No, I mean, now the Dodgers are set up here. Games 2.
They don't have to go home.
5.
They win the next 3.
They can win the next 3. And I think they got Glass now, Ohtani, and maybe Blake Snell. I don't know how the scheduling works.
Yeah, that's the issue right now. Their starting pitching has been good enough. Look at Yamamoto, complete game.
Yeah.
When they get the starting pitching, their bullpen's not a factor. In game 1, they had the blow up, and they had a ton of blow ups in August and September this year. They haven't had it in the postseason by and large because their starting pitching has been so good.
Right. So, I mean, they're likely going to win the World Series again. And as I've said, we're all just going to have to take it. All lame Dodger fans will get in our mentions, and they'll pretend like we care, but we really don't. I mean, it's just.
I mean, I care.
I care that the Dodgers are going to win again. I don't care what Dodger Lover 69 has to say to me.
No, I agree. I mean, the frustrating part of it is as much time as you and I and our listeners consume with Major League Baseball and the Padres specifically, is that no matter how hard the Padres try, the end result has been this end result.
Yeah.
Like, even the elevation of the Padres over the last decade, what has it bought you? 3 World Series rings for the Dodgers since 2020. I mean, I hate to put it as bluntly as that, but that's what we're on the verge of. And it sucks.
2.5.
I get it. I agree. Well, right now, 1.5.
1.5. But yeah, it's just, Dave Roberts' act, which is a complete tired one. And until they get beat again, which we don't know when that's going to be.
Good point.
He can do whatever the hell he wants. He can act like a clown. He can blame customs. He can rage bait. He can say we're about to ruin baseball. He can do all that stuff. There's nothing that can be done because the Dodgers continuously win. And so when they continuously win, we all got to eat it. And I mean,
how long are we going to have to eat it?
Well, probably for a while. I mean, it's probably for a while. Yeah.
I mean, seriously, because if they win this, and I think most of us agree they're likely to win it.
Yeah.
Are we going to be like, well, 2026 is different? No one's going to say that.
Yeah. And I know Colin likes to point out that the Dodgers are a very likable team.
What part of them?
Exactly. What part what part of the Dodgers are likable from every fan base's standpoint?
Yeah. What part
is likable about the Dodgers? Nothing.
I don't really see that.
Yeah, it's heightened because I hate the Dodgers for me personally. But
I mean, is everyone else like, you know what? It's just you, Jim. Everyone else around America just is passionately in love with the LA Dodgers.
I'm sure Philly fans are like, you know what? Actually,
I'm really Braves love
I'm rooting for the Dodgers.
Yeah, Yankees, Red Sox, right? Everyone loves them.
Everybody loves the Dodgers.
I mean, again, it might the Dodgers run may coincide with the work stoppage, right? It may be a part. It's going to be a big part of the narrative that, oh my gosh, look at their dominance over the sport. We need everyone to have a fair shake. I think we've already heard it, right? From an owner. It was the Milwaukee Brewers owner or GM.
Yeah.
Post is like every team has to have a legitimate shot every year, and right now that's not happening.
I know that the majority or close to it might be blaming the Dodgers for all this stuff, and I've had the take of I'm actually blaming like the Pittsburgh Pirates owner and the Miami Marlins owner.
No, I agree.
And the Oakland, Sacramento, Las Vegas owners. Like I'm looking at those teams when I know that they're making money. And yet they decide not to spend.
Agreed, but the Dodgers have the $300 million in TV.
Well, that needs to be regulated.
$200 million. You saw the report this weekend.
Yeah,
$200 million in sponsorship, the most by any American professional team ever.
That's insane
across all sports.
It's insane.
So $200 million in sponsorship and $300 million in TV. How do you compete with that? $500 million. Where are the Padres in that equation? 10%. Maybe not. 20% of that.
And they could have given Shohei Ohtani $1 billion contract and they still would have been profitable.
They basically did, although they're only paying him like $20,000 a year or whatever it is.
That's $2 million. But who's counting?
All right. On the other side, more on the World Series, more on San Diego State and SDFC. We have Aztec tickets for Saturday to give away, plus a Padres free agent tracker. Padres free agents, what they're expected to earn in free agency. We'll share that with you on the other side. Aztec tickets for Saturday to give away for homecoming in the 4 o'clock hour. This is Jon and Jim, San Diego Sports 760, live on the iHeartRadio app.
All right, this update is brought to you by Starbucks. San Diego State improved to 6-1 on the year with their win over Fresno State. The old oil can is staying here in San Diego. Next up, they'll take on Wyoming this Saturday night at Snapdragon Stadium for homecoming night. SDFC, they beat the Portland Timbers last night 2-1 to take a 1-0 series lead. Game 2 of that series will be Saturday night as well on the road in Portland. We have a sports equinox tonight where NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, NHL, soccer, hockey, all underway tonight. Speaking of basketball, Lakers, they take on the Portland Trailblazers. 7:30 tip-off time. You can listen to that game right here on San Diego Sports 760. The pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks, handcrafted with their signature espresso and real pumpkin sauce, then topped with whipped cream, cinnamon, and nutmeg. PSL, get it while it's hot or iced, only at Starbucks.
A statement from the Scarlet and Black.
23-0 San Diego State. Oil can coming home. The Aztecs are bowl eligible, and homecomings next weekend at Snapdragon Stadium.
But they want more. Plus, SDFC handles their playoff business.
Luca floats it back to the middle. Anders golazo.
They play again on Saturday, looking to move on. And more on the Padres search for a manager. All right now from the San Diego Sports 760 studios with Jon and Jim.
All right, San Diego and Southern California, what's going on? This is hour 2 of Jon and Jim. We do have Aztec tickets for homecoming on Saturday at 4 p.m. at Snapdragon Stadium to give away. We'll do that in the 4 o'clock hour. Plus, Will Brinson, senior NFL writer, CBS Sports, will join us coming up at 4:30. All right, so it's the offseason for most teams, Jim, in baseball, okay?
Except for 2, John.
Right. That's exactly right. Right now, it's the offseason for everyone but 2.
Yeah.
And Jim Bowden, former GM, 3 different teams in the major leagues, works for the Athletic. He's been on this station a number of times, typically with Darren Smith back in the day, right? Mm-hmm. So Jim Bowden, who's I think I call him an interesting character. I like listening to him speak, personally.
I do too. But I don't remember the last time he got something right.
I was going to say that. He's entertaining. It doesn't mean what he says is factually correct. I do find him to be entertaining.
Look, and if he's just giving his flat-out opinion,
which, yes.
I get it. But a lot of times he's like...
He says it like it's fact, but it's wrong.
Like he's reporting on something.
I agree with that. So he's got these contract predictions for the top 50 Major League free agents, right? In terms of years and dollar amount. His prediction for these players, years and dollar amounts, and then maybe good fits as well. But more specifically, when talking about the Padres free agents, he gives names, years, and dollar amounts. Here's my question for you. Among these players, at these terms, which one of them would you keep if he was accurate? So, for example, he says Dylan Cease, 6 years, 187. Would you keep Dylan Cease for 6 years, 187? I know the answer.
No shot.
Agreed. Now, here's where it gets interesting. I think he's really lowballing Michael King, but he says 3 years, $75 million.
Where do I sign up?
Exactly. I'm all in, right?
All in.
All in. The next free agent, I already know your answer here too. Robert Suarez, 4 years, $80 million. Let me guess. No chance in hell.
No shot.
Agreed. Ryan O'Hearn, 2 years, $24 million for Ryan O'Hearn.
Sign me up right now.
I'm signing up, right?
Signing up.
Agreed. And then Luis Ariz, 2 years, which is a short-term deal, $30 million is $15 million a year. I say no, thank you.
No, I don't really care what the number is with Luis Ariz.
You don't want him back.
I don't want him back on this team.
I think based on what we saw this year, I agree with that.
Yeah, he showed that he was really good in the first year here at times.
I agree.
And then last year was just a really eye-opening experience for everybody. I feel like.
Yeah, like what happened?
Kind of like this is why he's not going to be, nor should he be paid a lot of money.
Agreed.
Like if that player we saw this past year, I'm not touching that guy with a 10-foot pole.
Completely agree. I guess the final question of these 5 players, do you think the Padres bring back any of them in actual real life? Do you think any of these 5 players, from Dylan Cease to Luis Ariz to Ryan O'Hearn, Robert Suarez, or Michael King, return? Maybe O'Hearn? I think O'Hearn's most likely. Because King's going to be more money and more years.
I hope so.
You hope that some of these players return?
I hope if only one player could return, I'd pick Michael King.
Yeah, me too.
I think him sleeping wrong this year was a complete just outlier injury. Just the craziest, dumbest injury I've ever heard in my life.
And what a killer for the Padres' chances, ultimately.
If he's healthy and he doesn't, quote unquote, sleep wrong in Atlanta and then has his knee drained, do they win the division?
They may have. He was pitching really well the first 2 months.
So as long as that, injury doesn't turn into like a long-term thing and he doesn't have any long-term effects with his shoulder, 3 for 75. Where do I sign up? He was, I think, if healthy, was going to get well over 100 million. Now, look, this could be completely wrong. This is just an opinion about what he thinks guys are going to get.
I love a 3-year deal though, because it's not that long of a deal
for a starting pitcher.
Yeah, that's the perfect deal. And you say, perfect. Well, but Jon Jim, it's 25 million a year. Yeah, that's below market rate for a top end starter.
Yeah. So the Padres have the money.
Yeah, they definitely do with these free agents.
They need to go out and spend. I think we've talked a lot about AJ Preller, as we should.
Yep.
But once all that gets resolved and the manager, it's about, hey guys, you need to go out and spend some money this offseason. Because the last 2 off seasons, you've had to penny pinch and you've had to make AJ Preller be incredibly creative to build this roster. And to AJ's credit, getting really no wiggle room last offseason to make any types of moves.
None, dude.
He had to go out there and make sure that Michael King's arbitration was for $1 million or whatever the number was. It was like really low, I remember.
Yeah, and then Nick Pivetta, the same thing.
Nick Pivetta, then signing Martin Maldonado and Jason Hayward and Connor Joe to like nothing deals.
Again, did it all work out?
No,
but they were nothing deals.
Yeah, all three of those players were a complete failure. But hey, you got some money coming off the books. You're making a bunch of money, right? You're having concerts. You're having WWE events. You're selling at every game. You're selling merchandise like it's hotcakes.
Yep.
Go out and spend money this offseason. And when I say go out and spend money, Michael King is a guy I would spend money on. And if that number is close to the number that he's looking for, or is the close to the number he gets, like if he goes out and signs a 3-year, $80 million deal with another team, I'll be pissed.
I mean, I think if he signs a deal for $100 million or less, the Padres have to be involved in that.
Yeah.
Like if the total compensation for King is in that 100 million range or less, how can you miss out on a player that has been impactful for you the last 2 years, who's been a front end piece? Look at this rotation, Jim. Question marks everywhere outside of Nick Pivetta. Joe Musgrove's coming off Tommy John. Yu Darvish is 40 years old. Like, you have question marks. You want some certainty. I know King was hurt in the second half last year. It starts and honestly ends with Michael King for me. Your offseason if you can get a recommitment from Michael King, you've put yourself in a conversation for a really good offseason. If you can't, you got a lot of question marks with that rotation. I don't care what you do. Like, you're going to have question marks. Now, maybe not, because maybe they'll spend that money elsewhere in the rotation. But yes, they have money. How will they allocate it? And are they really going to spend that kind of money on a starting pitcher other than Michael King? Like, are they not going to give King 75, but give someone else 125? Probably not.
And spending money on a starting pitcher, it's risky.
Absolutely. That's why I like 3 years. Because it's not 5 years.
And even if you went, 3-4 years or so, I mean, the Nick Pivetta deal is the type of deal you'd want.
Yeah, it's actually a 2-year deal, right? He can opt out. Bless you. He can opt out after this 2026 season.
But it is what, a $50-something million total deal if you were to stay,
4 years.
If you were to stay.
Yeah.
That's the type of money you want to give to a starting pitcher, because then you get value out of that pitcher. And if the pitcher's not good, it's not going to sink you.
Right.
I mean, it's still going to suck. There's no doubt, because when you spend that much money and investment on a starting pitcher, it's got to perform. And luckily, Nick Pivetta well outperformed his contract this year. He was amazing this season.
Yep.
So I actually would love that deal for Michael King, more for the Padres than Michael King.
100%. Suarez, you don't need him with Mason Miller. Dylan Cease, you don't need him because you've seen it. You don't need it.
6 for 185.
Honestly, dude, I don't even know if I want him.
No chance.
I mean, if it was, I know we don't live in this world. If someone told you 3 for 75, I might say still thanks, but no thanks, because I'd rather use the 25 million a year elsewhere.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it and it didn't work. Arise, you don't need him. I agree with you. O'Hearn, I think, provides value. I don't think we saw the best of Ryan O'Hearn, but I think he's the type of player that you probably need on a really good team, right? Whether that's depth, power. He hit lefties and righties this past year to some extent. I like Ryan O'Hearn. I would bring him back. But it starts with Michael King for me.
And by the way, the free agent class, guys,
not deep.
Not the greatest.
Not great, yeah.
You know, if we're taking away all the big names, all right, Pete Alonso, Kyle Schwarber, who else? You have Kyle Tucker.
Yeah,
right.
That's a huge name.
Those are probably the 3 top names on the market this year. Starting pitching wise, I mean, Dylan Cease might be one of the top pitchers on the market right now.
Well, he definitely is.
If Good not question. The top.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at these names here, John, and
yeah, but wouldn't you take King over Cease? Isn't that what we're saying?
I would take King over Cease just because I've seen it with my own 2 eyes, and I would choose King over Cease every day.
Yeah, we're seeing these reports like the Cubs expect to be heavily involved for Dylan Cease, and he'll have a market. I mean, his upside's real. I mean, his stuff is filthy. Can someone harness it? Look at Blake Snell post San Diego. Now he had the great Cy Young year, but look where he is now. He was one of the best pitchers in baseball here. He's kind of taken it to that next level. Can someone do that with Dylan Cease? Potentially.
Well, if it's not going to happen here with under Ruben Niebla, good luck somewhere else. And I was very critical of Blake Snell while he was here, but man, he's turned into one of the best pitchers in baseball.
And to Niebla's credit, he had him be one of the best pitchers in baseball his Cy Young year.
Yeah, he won a Cy Young, so that's a credit to Ruben Niebla. And then he went to San Francisco where he said he finally learned how to pitch, which is crazy.
Yeah. And now look at this year.
Now this year was kind of an injury-riddled season. But his last, I think, 7 starts, including game 1 of the World Series where he did not pitch well. That was more close to the Blake Snell I remember. He's been phenomenal.
What was his final line in game 1 of the World Series?
I think it was 5 innings, 3 runs.
That was the final line, yeah. He was staked to the 2-0 lead, and then, of course, the bullpen blew up for the Dodgers. But, yeah, I mean, among those players, will any of them return to San Diego? I would say yes. I would say among those 5 players, someone comes back. And I hope it's Michael King. Honestly, I think it starts with Michael King for the Padres. We'll see if they can pull it off or not. All right, on the other side, again, we have Aztec tickets to give away for Saturday. We'll do that in the 4 o'clock hour homecoming huge game. The Aztecs are 6-1. Will Brinson, our senior NFL writer, joins us at 4:30. On the other side, we are watching with our eyes the best player in the history of the NBA, and it's not who you think. And it's next on Jon and Jim. All right, spooky season is back in the iHeartRadio app. You can get into the Halloween spirit, stream all your favorite eerie hits, haunted classics, chilling playlists, like Game 3 of the Wild Card series. Totally commercial free, whether you're throwing a monster mash or just love a good scare. iHeartRadio is the perfect soundtrack for your spooky season. Listen now, if you dare.
Ooh!
Open the free iHeartRadio app and just search Halloween. So scary.
I'm so scared.
Are we dressing up?
I was thinking about that over the weekend.
Should we just be like a tissue and you can just sneeze
in it?
And I can just be
You could be a booger and I could be a tissue.
I don't know. How do you dress up as that?
I could buy you a booger costume. I'm sure there's something out there.
Probably is. It's not a terrible idea. Although no one in the building would get it, really. Do they all know that you sneeze constantly?
No.
Does anyone here know anything about you?
No one in this building knows anything about us.
Yeah, like, do they? That would be an amazing game.
Like, is your show on from 3 to 9?
We could do a game like, name anything about me. Do I have a child? Am I married? What's my age within 10 years?
Right.
Like, do you know anything about us?
My guess is probably not.
I mean,
the couple.
Yeah, if you just one-on-one, I think you have a lot of wrong answers. Like if we just ask one person, like, "Hey, do you know what time the show is on?"
That one, a lot of people don't know.
No chance.
A lot of people don't know that.
There's no chance.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I just had someone say, "I'm looking forward to hearing you at 3 p.m." I'm like, "Me too."
I wish.
I would love that. Do you know something I don't know? Because I would love to start my show.
Please
at 3
make this start at 3 p.m. again.
All right, this does not do it justice. Hear me out. These are just sheer numbers. Victor Wembanyama in 3 games is averaging 33.3 points, 13.3 rebounds, 6 blocks, 2 steals, 2 assists, 0.7 turnovers to his credit. He's 7'5". He's averaging less than a turnover per game. He is also doing things we've never, ever seen in the NBA. In each and every game, just go search for it anywhere on social media, including yesterday with like a trio of blocks followed by a pull-up 45-foot 3 in transition. This guy is on like another planet.
He's the first player in NBA history with 100 points and 15 plus blocks in the first 3 games of a season.
And it looks like it if you're watching.
He is the best defensive player in the league right now.
He's amazing.
He was the best defensive player in the league in his rookie year.
6 blocks per game.
He's one of the best rebounders in the league already.
Yeah, 13.5 rebounds is good.
And he's one of the best scorers. One of the most unstoppable forces in the league. No one can guard him one-on-one. It's literally impossible.
How about this? The stats we read off in 32 minutes a game. In 32 minutes, 33 points, 13 rebounds, 6 blocks.
Spurs are 3-0 on the year.
Are they like real or real? Like, are they legit? Their roster's awesome, dude. Their team is really good.
This is all without De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah,
too.
But Castle's a great player.
I know you're gonna like this. So, what is it here? Hold on.
Coming to San Diego?
No, that would be nice.
Okay.
I thought I must have this wrong because I was looking at the schedule and I was looking at the Warriors schedule.
Okay.
And I thought they played the Spurs. Okay. Listen to this for the Warriors schedule here. This is a crazy from November 7th through November 14th.
Okay. So coming up. Yeah.
This is when the NBA Cup begins, John.
I know. They're in the group of death, the Warriors.
They are in the group of death. On the road against the Nuggets in group play. At home versus the Pacers. On the road against the Thunder. On the road against the Spurs. Back on the road against the Spurs.
Back-to-back road games against the Spurs or one's at home? One's got to be at home, right? Or does it say back-to-back road?
Back-to-back road.
Interesting. They should beat the Pacers at home in there.
Are we sure about that?
I mean, just based on paper, right?
But I was going with the Warriors-Spurs matchup. I thought it was sooner than that. I thought it was coming up here like this
still
week.
Like 2 weeks or whatever.
But
are you ready for it?
No, because Victor Wembanyama is literally. Look, if Steph didn't exist,
Wemby would be your favorite.
Wemby might be up there.
Don't you feel like Wemby? Excuse me.
You all right?
Kind of. Hold on.
It's okay. Take your time.
Getting choked up. I like this guy a lot.
I know you do. You've been talking a lot about him. You might even buy his jersey recently.
No, I'm not gonna do that. But
soft.
Don't you feel like Wemby is to big men what Steph was to like shooters a little bit? Now you can't right because you can't replicate Wemby because you can't replicate his size. There's a lot of 6 feet people in the world. There's not a lot of 7'4" people in the world.
Like, think about this. If you just took Wembanyama's skill set and broke it down, and you were like, what player, like you could literally take
the best of all these players.
What's he shoot from 3 this year?
Like 37, 38%. Yeah.
That in the NBA
37%
is amazing.
It's amazing.
So he's not obviously Steph, but
no, he's not shooting 44%.
But if he's top 10, because I feel like that could be close to top 10.
Maybe. It's good.
Top 15.
You have to respect it, certainly, when someone shoots 37%.
He's 7'5". He can shoot damn near 40% from threes. He blocks everything around the rim. He rebounds everything around the rim. He has handles like Steph and Kyrie.
His moves are awesome.
He went and trained with Hakeem Olajuwon in the offseason, so his post moves have improved.
Yeah, he's big and physical now.
Which is, it's always the thing where it's like, if I was that tall, maybe if I was like 6'10", that's still very tall. It's like KD size.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know, man. I feel like I would try to be as physical as I possibly can going to the hoop. When you're 7'6", 7'5", man, you got to feel invincible, I feel like.
Here is the key. It's true with any athlete, but with him, all that matters is his health. How long are we going to see this like amazing player in the NBA where with like a LeBron James, even a Steph Curry, they're going to put together these 15, 20-year runs that have been unmatched or some of the best runs in the history of the sport? Is it possible at this size to do anything like that? Is it possible for him to do that for 15 years? Or is this going to just happen like for 7 or 8 years, or he's going to be dealing with injuries throughout the course of his career? He missed 46 games last year, and that was random. It was a blood clot.
Yeah.
But how long will he be able to do this? Will he be doing this at 36? Or is this going to be like a 10-year run?
Who knows? But I'm just thinking about if Victor Wembanyama came walking in this studio right now.
He can't fit in here.
His head, so we have a television on the wall up here.
It would hit the TV.
It would be, I think his head would be like right up by the TV up there.
Yeah, probably.
That is such a large human being. And for being that size to do the things that he's doing, he's so quick. He's agile. He can dribble. He can shoot. He can rebound. He can block. He's so quick to block shots. It's incredible to watch. He is
incredible.
He to me right now is like, obviously I'm biased. Steph is my guy.
But this guy's running circles around Steph Curry right now.
I know, John. I know, but I'm just saying Steph's my favorite.
Steph's career is obviously 1,000 times better than his career.
I was just going about like, who would I want to watch right now in the NBA? Like
Wemby.
One player that I got to pick. NBA League Pass.
Wemby. I mean, I get it. If you're a Warriors fan, that's fair.
Right.
But I think if you're an unbiased, if you don't have a team, it would be Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah. I don't want to watch the guy like Luka and Shea. They're scoring a lot of points.
Yeah. It's different.
But they're also shooting 25 free throws.
Yep.
Like Austin Reeves had a 50 burger last night. I think he shot like 26 free throws. I mean, that's just
there's been a lot of that.
That's ridiculous.
Yep.
Like, can we have some honest basketball being played, guys?
Now I see why Brian Windhorst flew to Paris to speak with him before the draft for 39 seconds.
And the audio wasn't even good.
It wasn't, but he was that good of a player. The fact, I mean, this guy's, it's just unbelievable what he's done to start this year.
I love just the random Wemby highlights. Like, he just did this.
It's already happened like 15 times in 3 games. The highlights have all been ridiculous.
He made Anthony Davis look like some random NBA player that's like no one knows about.
Oh, he made him look like the worst defender ever, and he's like a brilliant defender.
Yeah.
He like completely abused
And he makes
him.
Anthony Davis look small.
I know, it's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
He makes KD look small. All right, we're going to touch on this weekend in the NFL, what happened to Jim's Niners, plus we're looking ahead to Monday Night Football, plus Will Brinson will join us, senior NFL writer for CBS Sports at 4:30, and we've Aztec homecoming tickets to give away in the 4 o'clock hour as well. Stay with us, Jon and Jim, San Diego Sports 760 and live on the iHeartRadio app.
This update's brought to you by Staples Stores. San Diego State football picking up another win as they shut out Fresno State, and they won the old oil can, staying here in San Diego as they won 23-0 to improve to 6-1 on the year. They're now officially bowl eligible. Next up for the Aztecs, they'll take on Wyoming for homecoming here at Snapdragon Stadium on Saturday night. SDFC picked up their first ever playoff victory as they beat Portland Timbers last night 2-1 to take a 1-0 series lead. Game 2 will be on Saturday night as well in Portland on the road. Monday Night Football tonight. Chiefs and who is it, John? Chiefs and who? Commanders. Chiefs and Commanders tonight in Kansas City. And also, Lakers basketball tonight at 7:30 as the Lakers take on the Trailblazers. Your local Staples has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. Exclusions do apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends November 1st. Plus, save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
All right, Wednesday at 6 on San Diego Sports 760. We've got SDFC Midweek Live. You're going to hear from Mikey Varas, the head coach. Interviews with players and coaches. Find out the latest on the club as they prepare for Game 2 of their quarterfinal round against Portland. SDFC Midweek Live, Wednesday at 6, and you're home for SDFC. San Diego Sports 760. You thought I wouldn't know it was Commanders? That's because I didn't.
Well, you asked me during the break.
No, I said, let me guess who they're playing.
And you couldn't guess.
Right, but then I went to ESPN.com and it gave me a spoiler.
Did you say the Broncos?
I said Broncos. It could have been. Because the thing with Monday Night Football now, when I was a kid, I'll pull a Hartman on you. When I was a kid, Monday Night Football was always good games. Since I've been an adult, it has not always been good games. There have been some awful Monday Night Football games. I'm talking about the matchup. Forget about the game. Now they've gotten, I would say, better. But it's not typically the best game of the week anymore. It was in 1995. It is not in 2025. Like, this is an intriguing game, except they don't have Jaden Daniels.
Right.
So, like, yeah, on paper, I like the idea. Commanders, sexy, NFC title game, Chiefs, they're in the Super Bowl every year. That's cool. Until Jaden Daniels isn't playing. Like, shouldn't the Chiefs roll tonight?
Yeah.
2 scores, right? That's what should happen. They're at home.
At home, they're playing well. Yeah, Marcus Mariota against Patrick Mahomes. I would take the Chiefs in this matchup, John.
Would you take them to like cover? What's the spread? It has to be a big spread. 12 points.
10.5.
Okay.
Chiefs by 10.5.
Would you take them to cover? It's a lot in the NFL.
Probably not.
Okay, so maybe like 30-20 tonight?
Yeah.
Something like that. I would agree.
Next week, John.
Yeah.
Monday Night Football.
Give it to me.
I just want you to guess.
I have no clue. Jags Titans.
No. You're kind of I wouldn't say close, but
Colts.
No.
Panthers.
No.
Bears.
No.
Dodgers.
No. Close.
Flyers.
No.
Clippers.
Cowboys, Cardinals.
You see what I'm saying? Like, they'll give you like the Monday Night Football game. I'm always the guy like preaching on this and nobody seems to care. What happened to Monday Night Football?
We actually love that matchup. I love
that matchup too, because that means you can hear it on San Diego Sports 760.
Exactly.
And that Thursday, we have Monday, Thursday. Pregame coverage at 4. I'm speaking your language.
Speaking my language here, dude. It's like music to my ears.
We have one where we have pregame coverage at 4:45. I think that's the Cowboys game. And then we have one where I think we have it till 5:15.
Yeah. So
what's the Thursday game next week?
Raiders, Broncos. Right?
Is that a week from Thursday?
Because this Thursday, Ravens, Dolphins. And then
that's a terrible game.
Next Thursday is Raiders, Broncos. We're going to carry the Raider game here?
Yeah.
Okay.
We will. So we have Monday with the Cowboys.
Are we? Because we have Sean Lewis Coach Show on Thursdays.
Not so fast, my friend. That'll be Friday that week.
Ooh.
Because that's when the Aztecs are in Hawaii. And we're carrying Thursday Night Football. And then we'll do Friday night Sean Lewis Show.
Okay.
Talk to him from the beaches. We'll be wearing Lays at a pig roast.
Must be nice. Oh, and by the way, Monday, November 17th.
Give it to me.
Cowboys, Raiders. Yes.
So what happens? Anytime basically a Cowboys or Raiders game, Do they Chargers?
No.
Dare I say?
No.
We don't get if the Chargers play on Thursday
or Rams.
Rams. Okay.
Rams. Trying to think. Thursday, December 4th, Cowboys Lions Thursday Night Football.
Let me ask you this serious question. Put the program. Why don't we have live local rights for all 32 teams, and then we could take the local play-by-play for any Monday or Thursday game?
You're asking the wrong person.
But you agree with that? Because tell me I'm wrong. NFL's huge, right, Jim? Have you heard this? NFL's massive.
Well,
it's the National Football League.
Without fantasy football, it's not big.
I agree that it's all based on fantasy. But here's the thing. NFL's big. When we air games, people listen, right?
Yeah.
So if we aired, are you telling me people wouldn't listen if it was Bears-Eagles? Why don't we get the Bears local rights, air them when they play Monday night or Thursday night? Or the Eagles local rights?
I'm not the right person to have this conversation with because I agree with you.
Okay. But isn't that interesting? Because we have local rights for 4 or 5 teams.
Yeah.
Because in the West, you got like Cowboys or Rams or Raiders, whatever.
Yeah. Well,
work on that. Work on 2026. I want you.
No, I want you to work on it.
You want me to work on that?
I want you to work on it for 2026.
I might, honestly, because I feel like that's like my grand plan. Because back in the day, we used to air Monday and Thursday Night Football on Extra 1360.
The great station.
The station that was.
Station that is still
now
is.
We don't.
No, I know. That sucks.
But we air some games. I don't know.
What a cake schedule. Mondays and Thursdays getting off at 4:45. Every single
No,
week.
It was early. When I want to say when the Loose Cannons was up. What time did that show end, the Loose Cannons, on Monday and Thursday?
4:45.
Was it 4:45? Or was it earlier?
No.
With the Westwood cover.
It might have been 4:30.
Right?
It depends if it's Raiders or Chargers.
No, but even back in the day, when I'm going back like 7, when I first got here, when Steve and Costa were doing the afternoon, when they were off every Monday, Thursday, was it differing the time, or was it every Westwood One broadcast we would leave at the same time?
Every Westwood, I remember that because every Westwood One broadcast left at the same time because I was a part of that.
Yeah, we carry the pregame. It was like
4:30.
What's the guy's name that does like the Macy's halftime?
Oh,
with like Tom Brady.
Oh,
you guys are both, Jim Gray.
Yeah.
One of them was 15 after, one of them was 20 after.
Okay. But yeah. So anyway, you're right. I want that schedule.
Okay.
I want the show to start at 3. I want to carry Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday Night Football at 4:15.
Well, John, you can.
I might work on that.
You should work on that for 2026.
I mean, I'm serious. Like, if Chiefs Commanders was on the station tonight.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, for us, for you and I. Chiefs roll. Anyway, long way of saying Chiefs roll tonight.
Well, I just think that when you drive around, you want to turn on the game.
What happened to your Niners?
They're all hurt. I don't know what else you.
No. What happened? Because I saw something from Pro Football Talk that said it's 9-0 Texans. I sent it to you.
I know.
It's like 9-0
the dumbest
Texans.
update possible.
Which made no sense. Who cares? They had the ball flushed at the before the start of our show. They held the ball for 4 minutes and 45 seconds in the first half.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty.
They scored 15 points. They lost 26-15 to a Texans team that isn't good.
Look, it's hard
when you don't have players.
When you don't have your starting quarterback, your two top wide receivers, your defensive player of the year candidates, plural.
Candidates. So is that how you explain CJ Stroud 30 of 39, 320 and 2?
Yeah. By the way, you also don't have your second top edge rusher in Bryce Huff. So you're missing your 2 top edge rushers. You're missing your all-pro linebacker. You're missing your starting quarterback. You're missing your top 2 wide receivers. You're missing your starting center. You're also missing your starting left guard. What else?
But this is like with the Padres.
But again,
no excuse.
I know it is a league of next man up in the NFL. But they showed a graphic on television.
Okay.
That was literally insane. I don't have it pulled up in front of me.
In terms of like guys that are out or miss games or something?
It showed, I got to find it because I got to see the exact number. It was like over 2,000 plus games missed due to injury for the 49ers since 2017.
Right. So it's like more than any
or 2018 or whenever it was.
More than everyone else.
Yeah. It was in the Kyle Shanahan era. They had over 2,000. I think it was like 2,300 total games missed.
It's insane.
Due to injury, which led the NFL by a country mile. And for that to happen, I was texting my friends. I'm like, if this team ever stays healthy again in the next 5 years, like they're going back to the Super Bowl. Unless they face Patrick Mahomes, then they're losing. But the last time they were healthy was the year they went back to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And that was 3 years ago.
And then they literally got hurt in the Super Bowl.
And then, one of their best linebackers tore his Achilles.
Like jumping off the field or something.
And the following year, everyone's hurt. And the following year after that, everyone's hurt. And everyone's hurt. At some point, it just gets too ridiculous to even try to comprehend or consider them being like a viable threat. And at some point, it just gets so frustrating as a fan. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. Like everybody's getting hurt. And then the backup starting linebacker yesterday gets hurt. And I'm like, what's the point?
The schedule remains soft, though.
But when you have all backups, John,
it doesn't matter.
It does not matter.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually not overly soft. Like Rams are in there, obviously. I'm just like at Colts are in there.
It's not an easy schedule.
No, it's really not.
It actually turned into kind of like a moderately difficult schedule. When you look at, they have to face the Colts, the Rams, the Seahawks. Those are 3 tough games.
Yeah.
They also, like, I'm not saying the Bears are going to be easy.
But they have the Bears in the schedule.
But they have the Bears.
I mean, there's some games that are winnable in there, obviously. The Clevelands, the Giants, right?
I mean, look, who knows? Who knows? But my guess is by the end of the year, before the end of the year is done, this team will suffer at least 2 or 3 more like catastrophic injuries.
That'd be huge.
It would be huge. if they're trying to win the injury Super Bowl,
they're right there, man.
They're the number 1 seed.
They're the top seed.
They're the top seed.
All right, is that good? The best and worst of the sports weekend coming up on the other side. Plus, we're giving away Aztec tickets for Saturday. It's homecoming at Snapdragon Stadium. San Diego State is 6-1. They're hosting Wyoming. We'll give those tickets away within the next hour. This is Jon and Jim. All right, Jon and Jim, San Diego Sports 760. Will Brinson, senior NFL writer, CBS Sports, will join us at 4:30. We'll preview tonight, Commanders and Chiefs. Look back at Sunday in the NFL as well. And then coming up around 4:45, we have Aztec tickets to give away. This is for Saturday at 4 p.m., a game, of course, you can hear on San Diego Sports 760. The Aztecs are 6-1.
Is that good?
I feel like I have more to say, but they're 6-1. But I'm just thinking.
We're about to do Is That Good?
And we're about to do Is That Good? So actually, good segue. Let's get to it, Brown.
Is that good?
Wilcox, snapper, Huber, holder from 29 yards away. Oh, he missed it badly. Kick on the way. Boswell. That's a winner.
The good and bad from the sports weekend.
So that was one of mine. I feel like if you're bowl eligible to the first 7 games of your season, that means you're having a good year. You're 6-1 on the year. You have one of the best defenses in the country. Don't sleep on the offense either, even though they didn't play particularly well at Fresno State. They
definitely have improved from last year.
It's 100% improved. Absolutely. They've proven that at moments they can look like one of the best offenses in just the Mountain West Conference alone. Special teams has been fantastic all around. It's a long-winded way of saying, Brent, is that good?
It is good.
All right, I will. I'll double down there to start with their defense specifically. We mentioned this earlier. They are second in the nation among all programs in FBS in points allowed per game. They're allowing 10 points per game. Think about that. They've allowed 73 points in 7 games, 36 of them in 1 game, in fact, at Washington State. The other 6 games, they've allowed 37 points in 6 games. So this defense, I mean, listen, you think about some of the great defenses in San Diego State history. This is right up there. Is that good?
It is good.
Yeah.
I looked at the stats the other night. I think
you really texted me. Like, are they second in points allowed in America?
Well, I was looking at Ohio State.
Right. They're allowing what, 6 points or 5 points per game?
Like 5.3 points per game.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
That's stupid.
How? I mean, they're playing the Big Ten.
I don't know. So LSU, over the weekend, fired head coach Brian Kelly.
Yeah.
His buyout is $53 million. Is that good?
It is good.
Brian Kelly, it is.
53 mil?
Now you have Brian Kelly, James Franklin, and who was the coach of Oklahoma State? I forget. Mike
Gundy.
Mike Gundy. If you added up all 3 of those coaches' buyouts, you're around $200 million in total buyout money.
Billy Napier at Florida. There's a ton of jobs open.
Why are these schools
doing this?
Having such big buyouts? This is so
that's
stupid.
A better question.
This is so stupid if you're the university that's hiring these coaches and you give these coaches this big of a buyout, because it can fail pretty quickly.
Yeah, like in 3 weeks.
And then you're on the hook for $50+ million for a coach that you just fired.
It doesn't make sense.
It does not make sense at all.
I agree with you. My second one goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Victor Wembanyama, listen to this. He's awesome. Is that good? I love him, man. I love watching him play. I really do. I think, remember, you think Spurs, what do you think? The least sexy thing ever.
He is the most sexy.
He's awesome. They're fun to watch, dude.
Awesome. I do love Victor.
Fun to watch.
I do love me some Victor Wembanyama. Finally, SDFC won their first ever playoff match in club history last night. They won their first playoff home game. Brent, is that good?
It is good.
You know, I didn't go to the match last night, but I just watched it on Apple TV. Okay, did you go?
I have a child.
Soft. But the atmosphere was incredible. It was packed. It was a complete sellout. I watched the entire game. I watched the entire game. I had Darren and Adrian, which the cool feature on MLS or Apple TV Plus is you can have the local broadcast.
Like MLB.TV. That is cool.
Of the home team. Yep. Only the home team, I think.
Oh, you can't. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Like MLB.TV, you can choose home road.
Right.
You can choose Spanish, English.
Yeah.
You can do.
I'm pretty sure you can only do home.
It's still awesome.
But I had Adrian and Darren on during the match and watching on television. It was a great watch. SDFC should have won that game
FCSC or FCFC?
SDFC.
Okay.
I don't know what I said. SDFC should have won that game 5-1, 4-1.
Nobody's going to remember.
No, I know. And that's the thing is, it doesn't matter in the postseason. Yep. It's survive in advance. It doesn't matter if you win 2-1, 1-0, 7-1 in the shootout. It doesn't have to be pretty. There's no style points here in soccer. Just survive in advance. Now, this is at the best of 3, so you have to go back on the road here, and they're a fantastic road team. Last road game of the year, they won at Portland 4-0. So hopefully they can finish it off on Saturday night and advance to these semifinals of the MLS Cup in the Western Conference.
Yeah, and by the way, if they do that, you brought up this point. If they do advance to the semifinals in the Western Conference, they would have a 3-week break. If they win the series in 2 games, they wouldn't play again until the weekend before Thanksgiving. They would go from like November 1st to the weekend of November 22nd. But that's just a long break in a postseason.
And Brent, if you could pull up the Mikey Varas sound real quick. So the biggest question of last night was going to be, was Chucky Lozano going to be available for SDFC?
And the answer was no, right?
The answer was no. He was not available. He was not even a reserve for the team. He was in street clothes for the match. It was a big talking point. And if they lost last night, all anybody would be talking about today would be, hey, why didn't they have Chucky Lozano? Mm-hmm. Could have used him, but thankfully they won. And so there's nobody really talking about that. And so now the status of Chucky going into Saturday's match was asked to Mikey Varas after the game last night. And this is what Mikey Varas had to say.
1 game in, 1 more to go to advance. Chucky Lozano's status is the big question for everyone. Will that status change ahead of game 2?
Yeah, like we said, we've been taking it week by week, but speaking with Irving, we've seen what we need to see, and as long as there's no setbacks this week, he should be back with us.
Thank you, Mikey.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, so I mean, this goes back to like can you win a World Series without this player? Can you win a championship without this player? This guy's obviously an extremely impactful piece.
Yeah,
they've proven they can win without him. He only played 22 matches this year. They just won last night. They won 4-0 in Portland without him. But let's be honest. You want your best players available to you.
Because imagine, even if Chucky, say he didn't start the match, imagine having Chucky as a substitute in like the 70th minute.
Right.
You're like, if it's like a tie game, like if it's 1-1 in the 70th minute, like, oh, by the way, we got Chucky on our bench. Like that is such a massive weapon just to have Chucky either in the starting lineup or as a reserve. And they didn't have him last night. And look, like I said, they should have won that match 4-1. They should have won going away. They just had so many opportunities that they just couldn't capitalize on, but luckily they capitalized on enough opportunities. And the red card definitely helped, but it doesn't matter how they won or the score of the game. All that matters is that they won.
Listen, if they're fortunate enough to play in the MLS Cup or like in a Western Conference final, when you're playing a team like Minnesota, who's had a good year, Vancouver, LAFC, Miami, Philadelphia, they're going to want Chucky Lozano available to win at the highest level. If he's not available for like an MLS Cup, you're going to need him to win at the highest level, presumably. All right, the wrap is on the other side. We're giving away Aztec tickets as well in the 4:00 hour. Plus, Will Brinson, senior NFL writer for CBS Sports, will join us at 4:30. Here until 6 is Jon and Jim.
All right, this update is brought to you by Staples Stores. San Diego State beat Fresno State. The oil can is staying here in San Diego as they shut them out 23-0 to improve to 6-1 on the year, and they are officially bowl eligible. Next up for the Aztecs will be homecoming here at Snapdragon Stadium on Saturday against Wyoming. SDFC last night took down the Portland Timbers to win their first ever playoff match and take a 1-0 series lead as they won 2-1. Next up will be on the road as they look to finish off the Timbers and advance to the semifinals of the MLS Cup. Game 2 of the series will be this Saturday in Portland. And tonight, Game 3 of the World Series. Also, we have Monday Night Football. We also have NHL. We also have NBA. We also have MLS playoffs. It is a sports equinox. Speaking of basketball, tonight at 7:30, we have the Lakers and the Trailblazers right here on San Diego Sports 760. Your local Staples has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. Exclusions do apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends November 1st. Plus, save even more with the Easy Rewards program. Staples.
A statement from the Scarlet and Black.
23-0 San Diego State. Oil can coming home. The Aztecs are bowl eligible, and homecoming's next weekend at Snapdragon Stadium.
But they want more. Plus, SDFC handles their playoff business.
Luca floats it back to the middle. Andres golazo.
They play again on Saturday, looking to move on. And more on the Padres search for a manager. All right now from the San Diego Sports 760 studios with Jon and Jim.
All right, San Diego and Southern California, what's going on? This is hour 3 of Jon and Jim. In this hour, Will Brinson, CBS Sports NFL writer, will join us at 4:30 as he typically does on Mondays. We'll get into Monday Night Football and this past weekend in the NFL. And then coming up later in the hour, your chance to win a pair of tickets to see San Diego State and Wyoming. That's Saturday at 4 p.m. homecoming at Snapdragon Stadium. We have another giveaway we'll share with you, Bryan Adams tickets. We'll give those away in the 5 o'clock hour.
Okay.
All right. Does that sound good to you?
Yes, it does.
Does that sound really good to you?
Sounds amazing to me.
I mean, this is the time of year. This is why Jim calls October the best month of the year. It's the equinox.
It's the equinox.
You got it all.
Everything.
It's a buffet. Jim just told me something. Hold on. E-break. Jim told me something at the break that literally like blew my mind because he was like so serious about it. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I really want to make pizza. I'm like, yeah, it sounds good. He's like, no, I want to make pizza. I'm like, okay, make it. He's like, no, like for a living. Like,
no,
I'm going to master pizza. I'm like, it's just like some circle with sauce and cheese. What do you mean you want to master pizza?
There we go. So I have gone down the pizza making rabbit hole on TikTok. For whatever reason, the algorithm has chosen me.
Because that's like who you are.
Yeah. I think I watched one video of like someone making homemade pizza. I follow this guy called the Dough Guy. He's actually a Padres fan. He wears Padres hats and he was at Barstool like 6 months ago and he had his pizza reviewed and it was a homemade pizza and they said it was great. And so I was like, this is interesting just because of how easy it looked, yet it's also a little bit of an art, like making the dough, making the dough right, having the right ingredients, like the right tomato sauce, like the right cheeses. You have to have the right stone to put the pizza on in the oven to make sure that the undercarriage is nice and crispy and those soggy.
The undercarriage?
Yeah. The under of the pizza.
Or you can just buy a pre-made crust and then just make it that way.
do the cauliflower.
Yeah, I can't.
You throw that in the oven?
No, that's
12 minutes.
That's disgusting.
Throw it in the trash.
No, what do you mean? Here's the thing. Tell me if I'm wrong. All this time, okay, you're making this great pizza, you're using this great dough and got the perfect sauce, and man, this cheese is great. Okay, and what is it? 8% better than like buying DiGiorno's?
8% better?
Yeah, it's subjective. I mean, you're going to taste it. Are you going to like explode with excitement?
Maybe.
When we eat pizza, we're like, oh, it's good, pizza.
But you can be the type of person that doesn't care if you have Domino's or, some of the best pizza
in the world.
In the world.
But forget that. But let's say A pizzeria in San Diego. Okay. Let's say I'm not even using a name, but you pick up, it's a local pizzeria. Yeah. You pick it up. $20, whatever. You bring it home. Oh, it's good. That's our local joint. We like it.
$20, yeah.
Now, or you go home, you buy the ingredients, you spend the hour, you do it. Why? Is it that much better than your local pizzeria?
I don't know.
Is it enjoyable? Is that why you're doing it? Because you enjoy the process.
I think you're right.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
I think that the process of making something and accomplishing something
there we go.
And it tasting good. Like when because I cook all the time at home.
Yeah.
And there's some nights where I'm making food and I'm just like,
you know,
whatever. Like I'm like, I don't want to do this. Like, I want to make another salmon bowl, like whatever. Mm-hmm. Or there's some nights where I make food like
you're like
that I'm excited.
Yeah, like this is gonna be good.
And then when I make it and I eat it, I'm like, oh, this is really good.
No, I respect that. Like if you're telling me that the passion is more the making of food, as in it's not even specific to pizza, because you might make something else. You're like, this is great. Like I made this meal, but now you're down this pizza rabbit hole.
I am down.
Are you considering opening gyms worldwide?
No. This has nothing to be popular. This is a passion project. This has nothing to do with like future endeavors. This is not a like light bulb aha moment where I'm shifting my entire career of like.
That'd be amazing.
I'm going to make pizzas for a living.
That'd be amazing.
I'm going to turn into the pizza guy.
Have you yet made one recently at home?
No. In fact, I have never made a pizza from scratch.
When do you think you'll get to that?
Soon, because if I don't get to it soon, I'm just going to forget about it and move on.
No, you're not, because you got the algorithm and you're into it.
Right, but once the algorithm goes away and I don't constantly see pizza on my timeline, especially people making pizza.
Is Aaron like a big
pizza person? I just pulled up my TikTok. First thing I have is pizza.
But like, is Aaron like a pizza eater?
Pizza.
I guess everyone's a pizza eater.
Yes.
Like, is she clamoring for you to make pizza? I guess.
Here's the problem there.
Okay.
Here's the problem. So, because of Aaron's recent health issues,
okay, she can't eat pizza.
She can't particularly have a lot of gluten.
Okay, fair. But isn't there the dough you could probably buy with
gluten-free?
Gluten-free.
You can,
but it's not.
It doesn't taste the same. Yeah. So the guy that I follow,
right,
the dough guy, he recently on his TikTok,
right,
posted a video and recipe of gluten-free New York style pizza. Look at this thing. Look at that.
That looks really good.
And that's homemade,
that looks great.
Gluten-free pizza.
Looks awesome.
So I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, I'll do that.
I kind of want to do that.
Yeah. No, it looks really good.
And so now I'm like looking at stones to buy for the oven to make sure that it cooks properly.
Gotcha, yeah.
I'm looking for like the right tomato sauce to buy.
So this is going to be an expensive endeavor. But if you do it a lot, then the stone's going to be...
Yeah, the only thing that would be expensive would be the stone. The stone's $100.
$100?
But the ingredients, like to make a pizza in total, would cost less than $4.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. The serving, like this serving much tomato sauce and this much cheese and this much dough.
So to make one like 16-inch pizza, did the calculations.
It's like $4.
Less than $4.
Well, then you should make a pizza every day for the rest of your life.
But like, you have, dude, look at that pizza.
It looks amazing.
Yeah. Like it just, I don't know.
I'm inspired
by this.
Are you putting pepperoni on this thing?
Yeah, probably.
Like in the ideal world, is that what's the topping?
Pepperoni or just cheese?
Okay.
Yeah.
Not veggie?
No, John.
Pineapple?
No. So look, he's wearing a Padres hat. So
is that Doughboy?
That's Dough Guy.
Dough Guy.
The Dough Guy.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I don't know. I've been watching his recent. I just stumbled across his page and I'm like, okay, I gotta do this now, because like the pizzas he's making are all homemade and they look restaurant quality. If he can do it,
then I mean,
I can do it because I like cooking.
This is what happens when the Padres lose in the first round.
I know. I become a pizza enthusiast.
Like if game 3 was tonight, I don't know if we're talking Dough Guy.
We're not talking Dough Guy.
If game 3 tonight is at Petco against the Blue Jays, I don't know if we're talking Dough Guy right now.
Like, look at that. You would eat that, right?
I would absolutely eat that. I'm absolutely eating the pizza you're making.
So I was talking to Erin about this last night, and she looked at me. She was like, "Okay, Jim."
Because of gluten?
No, it's not because of the gluten. But she knows me. When I have an idea, I go down a rabbit hole. It's all I think about. I obsess over it. I got to do it. And then I'll do it one time I'll get it out of my system and I'll probably be over it. But I just need to make a pizza because I've been obsessing over it for the last like 3 days now. And I need to get out of my system. And if it turns out to be amazing, well, then I've unlocked a new like item to make for dinners.
Are you over cards? Because I'm just as all in as I was when I first got reintroduced to them 6 months ago.
I'm not over cards, but I am not in a obsessive card stage as I was like maybe
6 months ago,
3-4 weeks ago.
In just 3-4 weeks,
yeah,
everything's changed. Well, he's the pizza guy.
No, not because of the dough guy.
Just in general.
Just in general.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that I still am not going to be purchasing cards in the future. I absolutely will, because I am also a weirdo and I'm trying to complete which what is called a set. So like I have to collect every single card from a certain set, and I have not done that yet.
What do you think's in this box?
Oh my God. Way to bury the lead.
What do you think's in this box?
Way to bury the lead. How did you not? First off, how did I not notice this? Second off, how is it taking you this long to have mentioned that you have cards here in studio?
I think this is what it is.
What do we got?
One of these is from I believe Santa.
Santa Claus
swinging by.
Santa Claus is coming by. Okay. Santa sent it to you to look over it first, right? Okay. I have this pizza.
Look at this.
Plan. Oh my gosh. You got the Topps 2025.
Topps has the license for basketball for the first time in 15 years.
Oh my goodness.
I talked to Santa through handlers.
I heard that. I saw someone open those cards on TikTok and they said they're absolute trash.
It can be. Now this is the flagship product, which means there's gonna be like 17 million cards.
Did you buy 2 so you can have one to like save?
One I'll open in one.
Or did Santa give you 2 so you could like keep one?
Santa gave me one.
Because that thing with Cooper Flag, if he turns out to be good and all the other rookies in this class.
If you find any real Cooper Flag, you sell it right away.
Well, who's the rookie for the Sixers?
Oh, VJ Edgecombe? Come on.
He's going to be like amazing.
But look at this. So I'm opening one is the point. The other,
how much?
I talked to Sam. These, I bought it on the pre-sale at Topps.com. This is just a paper product. It's not like Chrome. $109.99. Now in the second, no, each. Oh. Now in the secondary market, it's like $250, $300.
Smart.
Yeah, but I bought the day it came out at like noon, like 3 weeks ago.
You have to keep one.
Just keep it back because it's the flagship product.
You have to keep it sealed.
It's so hard to do.
No, you have 2. This is a good thing. You have to keep one sealed, and ideally, you probably want to buy a box for it just to make sure nothing happens to it.
Really? Like you're saying put it in a box and like seal it?
Like put it in one of those like either what's it called? Not a silicone thing, but it's
like one of those
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just find something to keep it protected. Okay. Is what I'm trying to say. Because in like 5 years,
could be worth a lot if Cooper Flag is Cooper Flag.
Yeah. Look at the Wemby box rookie cards are going for probably right now.
They're going for a ton.
If Cooper Flag, other than his first game,
might have convinced me.
Cooper Flag's going to be really good.
Maybe Santa didn't swing by.
And it's not just Cooper Flag. It's Edgecombe. It's Harper for the Spurs. Who else?
Oh, yeah. Ace Bailey.
Yeah. You got
top 6.
You got some good rookies in this class.
I agree. Led by
Cooper Flag.
The hype on Cooper Flag is unbelievable.
You have to keep one of those because if you bought it for
$109.99.
That thing
they're already going for $250.
That thing in 5 years, if Cooper Flag turns out to be like a multiple-time All-Star and Edgecombe and everybody, right?
Yeah.
$1,000.
But now I got to wait 5 years.
So?
And I won't be chasing the hobby exclusive black rainbow parallel that it says on the side.
Put it in a box. Put it in.
I kind of agree.
Put it in your closet and forget about it. That's the best thing to do.
That's the best thing to do. I agree.
And you have 2 of them, so you can get your fixation of opening a box with first
one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what about Santa?
Well, Santa is going to give 1 box to you and Jones.
Fair. All right, the wrap on the other side. Will Brinson will join us at 4:30. It's Jon and Jim. All right, Will Brinson, senior NFL writer, CBS Sports, coming up in about 10 minutes. He'll join us at 4:30. Then in about 20 or 30 minutes, we'll give away these Aztec tickets. They're taking on Wyoming homecoming. Huge game at Snapdragon Stadium on Saturday at 4 p.m. We have a pair of tickets. We'll give those away around 4:45.
These next two games for the Aztecs are so important because you want to get to that Boise game here, 7-1, or tie with Boise in the conference. Now they're right now they are second in the conference behind Boise. Boise's 4-0 in the conference. San Diego State's what, 3-0?
3-0, yeah.
So,
right,
it's
half game difference.
Yep. But I want that Boise game here at San Diego to be like so huge. Important
that you want to sneeze throughout it,
dude.
Is that what you want to do?
I don't get it.
What, you don't?
I don't know how that sneeze just came out of nowhere. I'm fine, and it's just like, nope, you're gonna sneeze.
What is going on?
What's happening?
Can I tell you what happened today?
Sure.
Kristen had a carpet cleaner come over.
Why?
To clean the carpet.
Okay. No, yeah. Okay. But like, was your carpet dirty?
Yeah, it's a carpet. I don't even know if you've ever. Now she ruined it. Literally, she texted me. She ruined it. So this carpet. It's just like a throw carpet, like that goes under a couch.
Oh, so it's a rug.
I'm sorry, a rug. A rug.
I'm like, you don't have carpet in your house.
No, we don't. A rug. And the rug we hadn't been using because it was from when we had our dog Sully, but he passed, and like the rug was like dirty from like him, and like smelled. He was sick towards the end of his life, so she's like, "Well, let me get it cleaned." I'm like, "That sounds like a good idea." The whole thing was, I was there for some of it, and I had to go. The whole thing was like it was a little shady.
Whoa!
Like, why? How much do you think it should cost to clean this carpet?
Not a lot.
Yeah, it costs like $200.
Shut up.
I'm like, we could have bought. How much did we spend on this?
You should have bought a new carpet.
That's what I'm saying. Why didn't we buy a new carpet? It's not even a carpet. Look at it.
That costs $200 to clean?
Yes.
Now, let me see the before. Do you have a before?
No. This is when
it's your mistake.
The carpet cleaner cleaned it, and then Kristen just did something, and she said she ruined it because she wasn't like pleased with the job. We spent $200, and she didn't even like what was done. Dude, is there not always something?
There's always
in life.
There's always something in life.
I'm telling you, man.
Wait,
just buy a carpet.
You could buy a carpet for like $150. Should have bought one. I mean, it's a nice carpet. It's nice. We've just stopped caring about cleaning our carpet at our house. We have a carpet in our living room, and it's dirty. Like, it's literally blending in with like the floor color now. It's bad because having a dog, it gets dirty.
Mm-hmm.
And before we stopped caring, Erin bought a carpet cleaning vacuum. She bought like carpet cleaner. She bought all this stuff to clean a carpet. And we would once every couple of weeks we would clean the carpet. And then finally we just said, screw it. And it's not worth it. Just buy a new carpet.
What we have spent 30 minutes on
carpets and pizza
and these Topps cards. Yeah, it's just like, it's kind of funny because because you've been married for how long now? A year plus.
Yeah, over a year.
And I've been married 10 plus years. The things that come up in a marriage.
Yeah.
like I would never, and I mean, I would say this if Kristen was here or listening. I wouldn't spend 2 seconds doing this, right? Or worrying about it, and this has been like an 8-month saga. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? I'm like, just get a new rug. And I said, I said, why didn't we just buy a new one? I said, we can get a new one, all good. It's just because I like this one. Well, we can't find something similar. I mean, this didn't come from like Africa.
I need to see the before though.
Yeah, you're saying like if it got cleaned or whatever?
Yeah, I need to know like
it was
why.
dirty. I mean, she just didn't think that this is the clean today. She didn't think it was like clean enough. If you look, I mean, it was still kind of dirty, I guess.
Okay, here's my question. Because I'm guessing she vacuumed it, right?
Yes.
Let me see the updated photo.
The updated photo she ruined. She said, I beat up the carpet. It's ruined.
Let me see it.
Tried to get the smell out. I don't think it's ruined. I think it could be like.
My guess.
Yeah, what you do?
Oh boy. Okay, here's my guess. it was still wet, and
Yeah.
it needed to dry.
Yeah. What'd you put on it?
And she vacuumed it, and it just it effed it up because it looks like those are vacuum marks. It looks like. Oh, and so when a carpet is wet, John, you can't just vacuum it.
Gym facts. I like this. The next time I'm considering,
and I'm sure
vacuuming,
and I'm sure that the carpet needed to just rest. I don't know.
The carpet needed to rest.
Like it needed to dry. It needed to.
But here's the problem. Now we just spent $200 to clean a rug that's now screwed up.
Here's the problem, the bigger problem. And I get it.
Yeah.
You
know what I mean?
I'm impatient too. But Kristen needed to just leave it alone. Because you got to
tell her that.
I know it's impossible. I'm sorry, Kristen.
She's not listening.
But you got to clean today, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You need to let that carpet just
I agree.
Sit.
It's and sometimes it's fine.
Yeah, it's like if someone gives you a haircut, you're like, I don't like it, and then you start cutting your own hair.
That's Kristen.
You're like, I messed it up.
That is Kristen. Yeah. I would never do that.
Yeah,
by and large. I mean, if it was really bad, maybe.
Yeah, but you just gotta let it be. You can't all of a sudden think that you can clean the carpet when the carpet just got cleaned. Because I guarantee you, the carpet would have looked better tomorrow if you just let it be.
Well, think we could have no carpet like we had a day ago and $200 more.
True. Yeah. Easily.
And now we're out $200 and the carpet.
Yeah, that sucks. Because now you have to spend another $200.
And that's why. What's a better usage of $200? These two beautiful boxes of Topps cards, or that cleaning that ruined carpet? Thank you.
Topps cards.
Will Brinson, senior NFL writer, CBS Sports. We'll talk carpets with him coming up next.
All right, this update is brought to you by Staples Stores. Aztecs will start there. They shut out Fresno State over the weekend, 23-0. They moved to 6-1 on the year. They are now bowl eligible on the season. Next up, they'll take on Wyoming this Saturday for homecoming at Snapdragon Stadium. We're giving away tickets to that game coming up here in a little bit. SDFC last night with a 2-1 victory over Portland to take a 1-0 series lead. Game 2 of their series will be on Saturday night in Portland. And tonight we have a sports equinox, NFL, NHL, NBA, and Major League Baseball all happening at once. Speaking of the NBA, you can listen to Lakers and Trailblazers right here at 7:30 on San Diego Sports 760. Your local Staples has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. Exclusions do apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends November 1st. Plus, save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
All right, Will Brinson, senior NFL writer, CBS Sports, will join us momentarily. He'll get us ready for this massive game tonight in the NFL, Jim. Chiefs Commanders from Arrowhead. Chiefs have played well. The Commanders are without Jaden Daniels. Winner moves on
to week.
So that both teams will move on to the next game.
Yeah.
But look at the AFC real quick. Like Colts 7-1, Broncos 6-2. Mm-hmm. All right, there's some like
I did not
new
see
blood up there.
I did not see the Colts being maybe the best team in the NFL this year, and I also did not see the Patriots being as good as they are right now, with Drake May being one of the better quarterbacks in the league.
Let's talk about the AFC. Let's talk about Monday Night Football more with Will Brinson back with us on Jon and Jim, senior NFL writer for CBS Sports. We're just kind of talking about the state of the AFC, but we started, Will, with Chiefs Commanders. So obviously this game's going to get underway within the next 30 or 40 minutes. Is this going to be, in your opinion, are we expecting this to be a good game or not really with Jaden Daniels out?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those where, look, it's the NFL. We saw Snoop Huntley beat the Bears after the line moved a ton. As you guys mentioned, the Colts are really good. The Patriots are really good. So, like, yeah, anything is possible. I mean, my sense of it, and I mentioned the Circa. We picked 5 games against the spread. We leaned heavily this week into heavy favorites, right? You had it's just good teams. This seems to be maybe like a time of the year where the really good teams can kind of pull away. And I think the Chiefs specifically looked so good last week that I wouldn't be shocked at all if they continued to say, and we've got the Chiefs in our thing, if they continue to say, you know what, we got Rashee Rice back. We are clicking on all cylinders. We feel like, through 5 weeks, maybe we weren't the best football team, but now at the mid-season point, we can start to kind of ramp up and really put on a display offensively. And I just think that's entirely possible tonight. If that's the case, it's going to be hard for Marcus Mariota to keep up if the Commanders' defense can't slow them down. It's a full complement of weapons out there, I think, but we'll see a lot of scoring. I just feel like we could easily get to a point where the Chiefs are up 14 early in the second half. And when that happens, Andy Reid is one of the best coaches ever at taking the air out of the ball, pounding the football, converting every third down with Mahomes and his legs and just the play calling he pulls off. And you just see a lack of points and him sort of squeezing a team like a boa constrictor. And I feel like with a backup quarterback, we could end up seeing that Chiefs win by like 14-17.
I also mentioned the Patriots as being one of the better teams in the AFC. I'm looking at the remaining schedule here, Will. They play the Jets 2 more times. They have the Giants on their schedule, the Dolphins. They're already 6-2. They're leading the AFC East. Drake May has come on the scene as kind of one of the better quarterbacks in the league right now. How real are the Patriots in your opinion?
Yeah, I think the Patriots are legit. I watched Drake May play a lot in college. He played in Carolina. Never beat NC State, by the way. No big deal. Just got that out.
Yep.
And he never really won like the big games when he was at Carolina. But I think you can kind of look at Drake May and say, okay, like Mac Brown's a good coach, but never gotten past 7 to 8 wins or whatever it was there. And then last year, just disastrous coaching. Now you get Mike Vrabel, who had the Tennessee Titans with Ryan Tannehill as the number 1 seed in the AFC just like a few years ago. You get Josh McDaniels, who, for all his foibles as a head coach, has been an incredible offensive coordinator with Tom Brady over the years. And so he knows how to work with generational talent and is lucky enough to now have landed potentially 2 generational talented quarterbacks with the same franchise. And I just think Braves gets this team coached up in a way. And the Milton Williams signing in the offseason looks like an incredible move by them. So I think the Patriots are very much for real in the sense that they have a really good ascending young quarterback who can push the ball down the field and has got a great grasp of this offense. They have, some skill position guys, Hunter Henry, Stephon Diggs, and Kayshon Boutte, who, it's not, it's not the 2007 Patriots, but it's good enough, and they have talent running back. And then, defensively, they can stop the run. So, yeah. And by the way, they turned the ball over. They lost to the Steelers in week 3, maybe. They turned the ball over twice on the 1-yard line in that game. They should really be 7-1 and just the story of the season. But so, yeah, I'm absolutely in on the Patriots being good again, which is probably hell to the rest of the world who was hoping they would be down for a couple decades after that run with Brady and Belichick.
Will Brinson, senior NFL writer with CBS Sports, back with us on Jon and Jim. Not because the Eagles beat the Giants, but just in general, would you say the Eagles are back on track?
I think we talked about this a little last week, right? And it was okay, if the Eagles do what they did in week 7 again in week 8, and then they get their bye in week 9, we probably have to take them seriously as a team that sort of figured out how to make the offense less predictable, to utilize the passing attack in a way that sets up Saquon Barkley. Tank Bigsby ran for 100 yards last week. I think, the Eagles are outgained, and they were still outgained by the Vikings 2 weeks ago, by the way. We're not outgained by the Giants, but, this is a team that won the Super Bowl, came out and was winning games in a way that we didn't think was sustainable, lost a couple games, and then changed their sort of how we view them by actually incorporating the passing game. So, yeah, I think it's all right, you show me that once in week 7, maybe it's a little fluky. You come back and do it again in week 8, and then you get to go to your bye and even tweak some more stuff and get everybody healthy. And by the way, we've seen, it feels like, and it's not like, every single bye team is covered, but man, the teams that have their byes have been, especially the good teams, you know, Baltimore and Buffalo, the teams coming off of byes have been very impressive in terms of their ability to not just win, but cover. And I think that's worth noting for the Eagles heading into week 10, when they'll be coming off their bye and be set up really well to potentially make a similar run to what the Chiefs are doing.
So in the AFC, I feel like with the Packers, Eagles, Tampa, Seattle, Detroit, LA, Rams, those teams feel like they're gonna make the playoffs. Looking at like the 7 seed here between the Niners, Chicago, Carolina, Dallas, I'll throw Atlanta, Minnesota, Washington in there. Like, I feel like all those teams I just mentioned will be fighting for that final playoff spot. As of right now, if you were to pick one of those teams, who would you pick?
Yeah, I think the Cowboys. It's a good question. I mean, the Commanders got to have Jaden Daniels get healthy and be back. It's obviously a massive deal. We can see that in the point spread and how it moved, how quickly it moved. 3 or 4 points or 2 or 3 points, whatever it was, as soon as he was ruled out. That's a huge deal. The Cowboys have been really good, right? Like, the Cowboys, Dak Prescott's been awesome, and they haven't been perfect. I mean, they have their foibles. Their defense is really bad. But, like, I've seen the Cowboys kind of flex up in some spots, and that tends to make me think that they're going to hang around, especially with the Eagles. The Eagles, just pull away in the division. It makes it a little tougher, of course, because you can't go just win the division. But I think I would probably say the Cowboys. I don't think Seattle was not that second group, right?
No, Seattle right now is leading the West, so they're the 4.
I think Seattle and then I think we got the 3 NFC West teams in Seattle, San Fran, and the Rams. Tampa again, just because the rest of the division looks pretty bad, and it just what a horrible loss for the Falcons yesterday. I mean, just they've been humiliated by the Panthers on the road and the Dolphins at home. I mean, that is it's like just when you think you might know who the Falcons are, they go and do something like that. So like the NFC South looks like a one team thing. The Packers and the Lions, as you mentioned, probably locks. So I think the Cowboys are probably the team I would take if I was picking somebody from that second tier group. I think they're the best of the second tier teams, just because Dak's playing so well. Brian Schottenheimer's done a great job coaching them up, and then imagine if that team had Michael Parsons on it right now.
Yeah, that would be good for them.
Maybe they shouldn't.
They might need a pass rusher. Oh wait.
Yeah, maybe they shouldn't have traded.
Yeah, right.
Will Brinson, senior NFL writer, CBS Sports, with us right now on Jon and Jim. At the end of the day, we're talking about some of these upstart teams, whether it's the Patriots or the Colts. But at the end of the day, in the AFC, is it going to return to form, so to speak? Like we're going to look up in January and the Chiefs are playing the Bills or something like that. Is that the expectation still?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a pretty good chance that. And look, New England's already beaten Buffalo on the road in prime time. I mean, they can go and do it, but the playoffs are a different beast. And Josh Allen has been there a lot. Remember, Josh Allen's, I hear it was his first playoff game, maybe it was his second one. He has an all-time miserable fumble against the Texans on the road in that early Saturday wildcard weekend game that the Texans always play in. It's Drake May could. I don't think he's going to win MVP. He's right there in the mix at the moment, but it's I just think, he could be an incredible season, be clearly an ascending quarterback, and still at the end of the day, get to the postseason and have to go to Buffalo or even host the Bills, and it's just Josh Allen in the playoffs and he knows how to close. I do think the Bills will eventually take that division over. The AFC North is I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, the Ravens are going to win the division, but they're 2-5, which is just crazy. The Colts are legit, and then Jonathan Taylor, I think, was 40-1 to win Offensive Player of the Year before the season. Now he's minus 225. It's well deserved. He looks so explosive, and it's just been incredible running the football. And then the Chiefs are going to probably win the AFC West, right? I mean, the Broncos have been very good. They just lost Patrick Surtain, by the way, for 4 to 6 weeks, which is a huge loss because of what he does for their defense and how it allows them to match up against wide receivers. And so, I think the Chiefs will win that division. So to answer your question, it's going to be the Bills and the Chiefs eventually. Maybe the Ravens get there. It's probably going to be one of those three teams with one of them gets scared or maybe even upset in the divisional round by either the Colts or the Patriots. But it's hard to look at the AFC and not see it being pretty freaking top heavy right now.
Do you know anybody that took Bengals in their survivor pool this past weekend?
You're talking to somebody, so yeah.
Oh, in Survivor you took him?
Oh yeah. So we had I did a bunch of leagues with various entry levels with 3 friends, and we had 3 entries left, and we took 1 Patriots, 1 Chiefs, so we got that still potentially alive tonight, and then 1 Bengals. And I mean, they were it's I didn't want to take the Bengals personally, but there was a guy stomping for it, because they beat the Steelers last week, and he pointed out, I was trying to point out, look, that defense is terrible. They didn't. Colts defense looks pretty good. Maybe not Lou Anarumo's fault. Maybe more of a Bengals situation, but they're up 14 points against a winless Jets team at home in the fourth quarter, or maybe it was on the road, wherever it was. But they're up 14 points against a winless Jets team, and you're trying to keep your season alive in a bad division to get Joe Burrow back in time for a playoff push, and they just can't hold on to that lead against Justin Fields and a Jets team that had negative 10 passing yards, in the last fortnight. I mean, that is you score 38 points against the Jets, and you feel like you are probably winning really handily. So that's about as bad a loss as it gets. just in terms of a team that desperately needed to win to keep their season alive. And so, not thrilled about the old Bengals there.
They allowed 500 yards at home to the New York Jets, and like you said, blew multiple double digit.
I was just
over 500 yards.
Yeah, they were 6.5 point road favorites. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, 500. The Jets had negative 10 passing yards.
Not great.
On our televisions 2 weeks ago, and they did that. Unbelievable.
Crazy.
Well, we appreciate you hopping on as always. We'll do it again next Monday. All right.
Hey, boys. Talk to you soon.
Well, I know Sammy and Fletch were pretty upset today because
they had the Bengals in their survivor.
I think they had the Bengals in their survivor.
Well, there's always next year. Literally, in a survivor pool, there's always next year. All right, you know we're bringing back on the other side, guys? Trainwreck Radio.
Oh!
Trainwreck Radio is back. Call right now if you want 2 free tickets to see the Aztecs take on the Wyoming Cowboys Saturday at 4 p.m. at Snapdragon Stadium. Great giveaway. First 2 callers will be contestants. 2 free tickets to see the Aztecs, who are 6-1 at Snapdragon Stadium. Tickets are available at goaztecs.com. If you want those tickets, call 877-767-4760. First 2 callers will be contestants for trivia. The winner has 2 free tickets to see the Aztecs Saturday at 4 p.m. at Snapdragon Stadium. Call right now, 877-767-4760. That's next. By the way, if you missed Steven Strasburg, the new special assistant to the head coach, San Diego State Baseball, he joined us earlier. You'll hear our conversation coming up at 5:30. Now, it has been a while. Does everyone remember how to do Trainwreck Radio?
No.
What you do is, it's like a trivia game.
Oh, okay.
And then the winner gets 2 free tickets to see the Aztec Saturday at 4 p.m. at Snapdragon Stadium.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. As they get ready for Game 3 of the World Series in LA. Have the Dodgers ever hosted a World Series game? I forget.
No,
I don't think that. This might be the first time I've ever hosted a World Series game. This year.
Will there be open seats at Dodger Stadium? Is the sky blue? Do we like cards?
I like cards.
They're all rhetorical questions.
All right, let's get to it.
All right, 3 questions, 2 contestants, 1 lifeline. Today's 2 contestants, we have Steve and we have Mark. Steve, you called in first, so you have your choice of Jon or Jim. Who do you want to go with?
I'm going to go with Jon today.
Smart.
All right, Steve and Jon. That means Mark, you get Jim, okay?
Sounds good, buddy.
All right, perfect. Brent, what is the question of the day?
All right, guys, coming into today, there are 11 players averaging 30 or more points per game in the NBA. Today's question, name any of those 11 players that are averaging at least 30 or more points this season in the NBA.
All right.
It's a lot of players.
That is a lot of players, but it's also very early on.
True.
Mark, you're up first. What is your first guess? You do have a lifeline if you want to use it.
Let's go Wemby.
Wemby. Good guess.
Yep.
We talked about him earlier.
Yep.
Steve, you're up next. What is your first guess? You do have a lifeline if you want to use it.
I'm going to go with Curry.
Steph Curry. On the list. There we go. Mark, back to you. What is your next guess? You do have a lifeline if you want to use it.
I'll say, I'll go lifeline.
Lifeline? All right. Luka. Do you take it?
I like it. Let's go.
All right. Luka's on the list.
No way.
You mean no way?
He's averaging too many points. Well over 30.
Right.
Luka's on the list.
He's on the list.
Is he not qualifier?
So
He hasn't played enough games, apparently, because he didn't play the other day.
Are you serious
He's
right
not
now?
in the list.
Okay. So this is the official NBA list.
Oh, my God.
On ESPN right now.
ESPN list.
Are you
Jim?
kidding me?
I know he didn't play yesterday.
He didn't play yesterday.
That's how, what's his name, had 50-some points.
Okay. All right. Back to Steve.
Oh, my gosh.
Jim, you're such an idiot.
It's so stupid. Steve.
Okay. I'm going to go with what's the guy's name? Gilgeous Alexander.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA is on the list.
Has he played 3 games?
He's played them all. He's not missing time like Luka.
Okay. Luka scored like the second most points in the league. Mark,
right.
back to you. You need to get this one
right.
right to stay in it. You don't have a lifeline, so what do you got?
Go Giannis.
Giannis. There we go. Steve, to walk off right here, what is your final guess? You do have a lifeline if you want to use it.
I'm going to go with the lifeline.
Come on, Mr. NBA.
You know who I really liked? I sent you a tweet yesterday. It says, "This is the best player in the NBA." It was Aaron Gordon, who had didn't he have a 40-point game or something already?
50-point game.
50-point game. Aaron Gordon is my guess. You take it?
Oh, wasn't that the kid from New Mexico?
No.
I'm going to go with that.
For the win. Mr. NBA right here.
I lost in a
Jim goes with
technicality.
Luka.
What's the point? I didn't know we were talking about qualifiers.
I know. I didn't expect that either. Aaron Gordon for the win. How about that?
How about that?
I was going to say Kevin Durant initially, but I don't know if he's on the list. So let's hear the list.
He'd be on the list.
Oh, you would?
Okay. So let's hear the list.
Averaging
All right.
30 points exactly.
Oh, exactly 30. Okay.
Shai's number 1. He's averaging 40 points a game. Then
Jeez.
Giannis. Then Austin Reeves, thanks to last night. Tyrese Maxey, Aaron Gordon. Then Steph. Then Wemby, Zach LaVine. is number 8. Jalen Brunson, KD, and then Donovan Mitchell.
Well, Jim, you're gonna have to wear that one.
By the way, how stupid is the top? So we got Shea is averaging
40's crazy.
15 free throw attempts per game.
But he's played 2 double overtime games to be fair.
True, to be
That's
fair.
a
Right.
ton of time.
He's played basically 3.5 games.
Yeah.
Okay. But still,
it's a lot of free throws.
Ridiculous. Zion's actually averaging 14 free throw attempts per game.
How good has he been?
He's been amazing.
Right? Yeah.
Austin Reeves is averaging almost 13 free throws.
Too many free throws.
What is going? This is ridiculous.
I agree. I completely agree with that.
It is.
I've been enjoying the first week. I have, but that's way too many. There's too many free throw attempts.
Too many.
It was a game we were watching the other night. Kristen was watching. She's like, "Yeah, I think there's been over 80 attempts." And
you got to give the defense some room to play some defense here, and the offensive players. I mean, Austin Reeves, Shea, Luka, all those guys.
Wait till LeBron gets back.
Well, LeBron's
LeBron's
LeBron. To me, Shea, Austin Reeves, Luka, James Harden. Maybe back in his prime.
Yep.
The ultimate foul baiting players.
Yeah, it's definitely the reputation on Shea.
And the style of basketball, to me, it's just such a turnoff.
That's why we like Wemby.
Yeah, I know.
It's not his style. All right, on the other side, on the other side, the World Series will get underway. Game 3 from Los Angeles, plus the latest on the Padres managerial search. Plus, if you missed Steven Strasburg with us earlier, he's coming back to the Mesa special assistant Antics baseball program. You'll hear that conversation coming up at 5:30. Plus another giveaway in the 5 o'clock hour. Don't go anywhere. We're here until 6. Jon and Jim, San Diego Sports 760, live on the iHeartRadio app.
All right, this update is brought to you by Staples Stores. We're moments away from Game 3 of the World Series in Los Angeles with giant empty sections at Dodger Stadium. Series is tied at 1 game apiece. It's a sports equinox, so every sport is playing tonight. NBA, NFL, NHL, baseball. Tonight we have basketball here on the station as the Lakers take on the Trailblazers. 7:30 tip time. You can listen, of course, right here on San Diego Sports 760. Monday Night Football tonight. Moments away from kickoff in Kansas City as the Chiefs take on the Commanders. Your local Staples has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. Exclusions do apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends November 1st. Plus, save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
A statement from the Scarlet and Black.
23-0 San Diego State. Oil can coming home. The Aztecs are bowl eligible, and homecomings next weekend at Snapdragon Stadium.
But they want more. Plus, SDFC handles their playoff business.
Luka floats it back to the middle. Anders golazo.
They play again on Saturday, looking to move on. And more on the Padres search for a manager. All right now from the San Diego Sports 760 studios with Jon and Jim.
All right, San Diego and Southern California, what's going on? Final hour of Jon and Jim. Coming up in 30 minutes, our conversation with Steven Strasburg. Heading back to the Mesa as a special assistant to San Diego State baseball. So you'll hear from Strasburg coming up at 5:30. We have Jim's back page ahead as well. We also have tickets to see Bryan Adams. This will be at Viejas Arena November 16th, the Roll with the Punches tour. Tickets at Ticketmaster.com. We'll give those away as well. So you just mentioned it, Dodgers Blue Jays about to get underway. I feel like I saw you tweet something about this, but correct me if I'm wrong. That was weird, whatever I just saw there. Did you tweet that something about Joe Davis calling World Series games or no? Or did you retweet something about Joe Davis calling World Series games? Or did you reply?
I did tweet about something with Joe Davis.
What did you say?
So, you know who Frank the Tank is, right?
Yeah, the Mets
Frank
fan.
Fleming. He's like works at Barstool, and he's known for like his rants and the crazy. And like that's actually him. I don't think it's a bit, even though a lot of people think it's a bit.
Right.
He's actually a crazy person. He tweeted out, I think during game 2, he said Joe Davis doing Dodger games nationally is sickening. And I just quote tweeted, I said, Frank knows ball.
So you have an issue with him calling the games?
No, I just like trolling.
I was going to say, I mean, someone's going to call the games.
Yeah. I particularly don't find Joe Davis to be like.
That's fine.
Good.
Yeah.
Like he's good, but I don't feel like he's good enough to be the number one guy. I think it's a downgrade from Joe Buck, like significantly.
I think it's fair. I think a lot of people agree with that. Yeah, I think that's completely fair. I would say that, like, here's the deal. Joe Buck called local baseball, Cardinals.
To a point.
Yeah. Well, Vin Scully called local baseball, called a lot of World Series, including the Dodgers. Right. So I guess my point is, I don't get as concerned with it. I mean, is it odd that the Dodgers are always in the World Series and Joe Davis is always calling the games? But that's not really Joe Davis's fault.
No.
Like, if the Phillies were in the World Series, he'd be calling the World Series.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really have a strong opinion on it.
I just am trolling, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think who's a current because Joe Buck doesn't even call baseball. So who's even who else would it even be right now? I'm trying to think who else is
have it be
Carl Ravitch.
Oh God, no.
Right.
Have it be Joe. It's fine. Whatever.
You're okay with it.
I don't.
Can you do it? Can you do an impersonation for us?
Dude, I don't want to do it for another.
Yours is so good.
I don't want to do.
It's off the. I don't even know what you do, but it's funny.
I just don't.
Okay.
I don't. Will Smith, high drive to left, and the Dodgers have taken the lead in the 8th inning of Game 2.
That's good. That's good. That's very good.
He's just like way over the top.
It's a lot for you?
Like way over the top. Like if
he
Ohtani
typically gets, you know what's funny? Maybe not here. Don't you think he gets a lot of praise nationally? Like, would you say that Joe Davis gets a lot of praise for his calls in general?
I guess.
What else does he do nationally?
Football.
Yeah, that's a big game too. Yeah.
I think he's good on football.
Better on football or baseball?
Probably better on football.
Okay.
It's just like the over the top. Like what? Like during the ALCS. Now it was an amazing moment when Cal Raleigh hit that game tying home run.
It was huge
in Game 5.
Yeah,
he's like, "Big Dumper has the biggest swing of his life."
Like hurting my ear.
I know. See, that's the thing, though. It's like he has to just.
He gets loud.
He does get loud.
Anyway, that was all I really wanted to. I just wanted your 2 cents on it. I wasn't sure if you're going to double down and be like, "It's a joke."
No, I'm not.
And I wouldn't go have some strong reaction. I would just be like, "Okay, I mean, I don't have much of an opinion on it either."
I am trolling, and I trigger a lot of.
Did Dodger fans like that reaction?
No, they didn't. And it's funny because Dodger fans think I'm like sitting there caring and like not being able to sleep at night because they're all infiltrating my timeline.
Right.
I'm like, okay, whatever. There was a couple funny ones over the weekend that I actually like responded to that I was like, I actually laughed at that.
Mm-hmm.
But some, I just wish they would put more effort into their trolling. It's a shame.
Meanwhile, as the World Series is about to get underway tonight in Los Angeles, the Padres managerial search is well underway. What team would you rather be?
Let me guess.
Managerial search.
Let me tell you. Probably the team that's in the World Series right now.
I mean, it is kind of crazy how ho-hum it's become for the Dodgers just in reaching the World Series. How many times have they reached the World Series here since 2010? Let me answer
a lot.
A ton.
Well, 2 times. Let's see here. Was it 2017,
2018, 2020,
2020,
2024,
2024,
2025?
It's a lot.
6 times? No, 5 times since 2017. It's a lot. It's a lot. But yeah, here locally, and it's what kind of sucks, to put it bluntly, is always down here, you're in the shadow of what's going on with the Dodgers. But when you're in the same division and you talk about resources and you talk about winning, I mean, it's kind of an interesting spot for the Padres organization to once again be in an offseason with instability, questions about resources, who's in charge, what's the future direction, what's it going to take to get over the hump.
I mean, let's just be real here. It's not a good look when your division rival is in their second straight World Series and you're looking for another manager.
Exactly.
That's an awful look. I don't care how it went down. I don't care what the circumstances were. Like black and white. You're looking for a new manager, your third manager in the last 5 years, and the Dodgers on the verge of winning their second straight World Series.
Yeah, and you fancy yourself as a competitor to them, right? The best rivalry in sport. It's been a good rivalry. I mean, but has it? You know what I mean? Like, but has it? I mean, yes, there's 2022, but like, has it really been? If the Dodgers win another World Series, has it really been some great rivalry?
No.
Like, honestly.
I mean, it's gone to a point where both fan bases hate each other.
Right.
Like vitriol hate.
Right.
There has been heated moments on the field between both teams this past year when Dave Roberts, pushed Mike Schilt, assaulted him.
Right.
And was the ultimate hold me back guy. Another one of Dave Roberts' clown tactics. But the wins and losses, it's one-sided and it's not even close.
Right. So that's the
only thing that matters.
Yeah, that's the thing that matters. Now, again, is it when they play, do I get excited for it? Yeah, I think a lot of people do. I mean, it's the interest when the Padres play the Dodgers in the regular season, forget about the postseason, is much higher than when the Padres play anyone else. Truthfully, we see it because we see the numbers in terms of viewership or listenership when it's Padres Dodgers, but it's gotten to the point where it's like, how long are you going to hang your hat on Jake Cronenworth's hit? Right?
I know.
I mean, it's not like it's been forever ago. I mean, we're not going back to like 1988. We're not talking like
hit.
Yeah. At some point, you kind of move on and be like, okay, that was great, but 2022 has been a few years.
Yeah, it can't be
like that. Can't be the crowning
only moment. Yeah, it can't be in the division round. By the way, too, it wasn't like to win the pennant.
Good point. It didn't bring you to the World Series.
No. So yeah, this franchise. Luckily, they are creating more moments as a team recently, but there needs to be more. And they've kind of gone backwards from 2022. And I just think that looking for another manager, it's just like,
are they a Brian Esposito away? I mean, that's the thing. We whoever they hire, are you going to be like, there it is? They got it, man.
There's Ryan Flaherty.
If it's Albert Pujols, I mean, I'll be excited because I think I like names. I like winning off seasons. I like things that are marketable to talk about. But I mean, are we really going to be like, well, they did it? I mean, everything's changing in the National League. No, you're not going to say that. There's no way, truthfully, you're going to say that. You might say, hey, maybe this unlocks Manny. Maybe this unlocks Toddy.
Like if they hired Ryan Flaherty this offseason, but they also re-signed Michael King, they re-signed Ryan O'Hearn.
Absolutely.
They went out and made some trades.
Signed a free agent.
Signed another free agent, like another second baseman or whatever.
Okay, they made some upgrades maybe, or they did the things that are necessary to win.
I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Good job. That's great. But if it's hire Ryan Flaherty, make minimum offseason moves, couple trades or a couple signings, but nothing significant. Let Michael King walk, let Dylan Cease walk, let Ryan O'Hearn walk, Arise, Suarez, don't upgrade any positions.
Yeah, I don't need another offseason where it's all this $1 million here, 1.5 there.
Yeah, don't give me this dumpster dive BS.
Yeah, no, I want sizable moves, especially with the money that's come off the books. And it's sizable.
You have the money. You've made a ton of money at the gate. You made a ton of money everywhere. Go out and spend money. If you're going to be at the table with the big boys, you got to spend money. And John, buddy.
Me?
No, John Seidler, not you. Other John. John, hey, put your money where your mouth is, even though you never speak. But you've wrote a bunch of letters, and the letters have said that you want to win a World Series and you want to keep Peter's legacy alive. So go out and actually man up and do it.
Hey guys, it just seems so far when you're watching the Dodgers again in the World Series. In terms of the distance that has to be overcome. Maybe it's not, but it just feels that way.
They were, if
I know
the Padres didn't trip all over themselves,
they could have won.
They're winning the division.
I know. And
the Dodgers are a 5 seed, and who knows if they're in the World Series?
Probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. More on the search. Plus, this past weekend, SDFC winning game 1 of their postseason series against Portland. San Diego State is 6-1. They've got Wyoming this weekend. Plus, at 5:30, you'll hear from Steven Strasburg, who joined us earlier. He's back as a special assistant on the Mesa for San Diego State baseball. Plus, Jim's back page is ahead. This is Jon and Jim, San Diego Sports 760, live on the iHeartRadio app. All right, Jon and Jim, San Diego Sports 760. With you until 6 p.m. If you miss, how about this? So Steven Strasburg is now the special assistant to the head coach at San Diego State Baseball. His former teammate, Max Scherzer, is pitching in Game 3 of the World Series. Max Scherzer is still pitching, like in baseball.
I don't know how much longer because
I agree.
Rocked tonight.
He could. He is already allowed a leadoff double in this game. But again, Steven Strasburg was the World Series MVP in 2019. Max Scherzer played with him for years in DC, mid 2010s.
Yeah.
Right. And he is still pitching in 2025.
So let's just see here. Max Scherzer is in this World Series, obviously. He was
like that.
Yeah. He was in the World Series with the Nationals as Steven Strasburg. Yeah. He was also in the World Series way back when the Tigers played the Giants.
Correct. How many World Series has he appeared in is the question?
I'm going to say 3.
At least. He's appeared in the 2012 World Series, the 2019 World Series, the 2023 World Series with the Rangers.
Oh, but
this World Series. He pitched in that series. He went 3 scoreless innings.
So he's pitched now in 4 World Series with 4 different teams?
Correct.
Wow.
That's got to be unprecedented, right?
That's crazy.
That has to be unprecedented. Well, for a starter, I may be a journeyman.
Well, he's a Hall of Famer. He's a first ballot.
Absolutely.
First ballot Hall of Fame.
His career's been awesome.
Yeah.
And the longevity. How many wins does he have in his career?
I don't know, but
I'm going to tell you.
Over 200.
I was going to say 221 today. Wow. That's like 300 back in the day, I think.
Yeah.
221.
But when you look at the top pitchers of his era, Kershaw, Verlander, Scherzer, there's one other pitcher in there I'm missing probably. At least those 3.
You said Verlander?
Verlander, Kershaw, Scherzer.
Yeah.
Am I missing anybody?
I think with the longevity piece, no.
Like of the last 15 years, is there a pitcher that?
No, there's different types of. I mean, listen, Snell's got 2 Cy Youngs, but he's not.
No, I meant like
modern day. I know. So if you're saying longevity, I don't think there is. Are we missing someone?
Those are the only 3 that I could think of that are still pitching. Now Kershaw's retiring at the end of this year because he's washed.
Well, I mean, Scherzer's obviously
Scherzer's washed.
Yeah.
Verlander actually had a pretty decent season.
It's crazy.
Other than his win-loss total,
right?
He was actually pretty good.
But it's the longevity there with all 3 of them is incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know what the point was.
Just that,
other than he's still pitching.
Well, one, we're going to talk to Steven Strasburg. We're going to hear Steven Strasburg coming up here in a bit, and how he was a former teammate of the guy on the mound right after Game 3. We should have even. Our bad.
Nice.
Good job, Jim.
Nice.
Should have asked about Strasburg tonight.
What are you going to say next? Luka's one of the top scorers.
I'm an idiot. I am such an idiot. I should have asked what's Steven Strasburg like as a teammate on game day, because he is an absolute psycho.
Yeah, that's how he is. He's crazy.
Oh my gosh, we're so stupid.
We're so dumb.
We missed an absolute layup.
It was a layup.
I blame you.
No. Yes. Yeah, you can blame me. He's 41, by the way, Scherzer, pitching the World Series.
How old is Strasburg?
Probably a similar age, right?
No, he's younger than he's got to be younger than Max.
Well, let's see. He was drafted. You're right, because he was drafted 08-09.
Scherzer,
so let's say he's 21.
Like 06, I want to say 05, 06.
Well, he said today at his press conference, like, if it wasn't for my health, I'd still be pitching.
Yeah.
That's a great question, though.
I'm gonna guess 38.
He is 30. He just turned 37 in July.
Wow, okay.
So he's young. And of course, didn't pitch really after that World Series, Jim. He made 8 appearances after that in his career.
If you're a Nationals fan, like if you were a Nationals fan,
I'm 1,000 times cool with it, man.
Okay.
I know where you're going with it.
Yeah.
How could you not be? Dude, if San Diego, let's go down this path real quick.
Yeah.
San Diego right now wins the World Series. Joe Musgrove is the World Series MVP. He pitches his ass off.
Yeah, closing out Game 7.
And they extend him as a result. Whatever. It doesn't have to line up.
$200 million contract.
They extend him out. And then he doesn't pitch again, essentially. I am still forever indebted to what he meant to my team winning a World Series.
I mean, shoot, Joe pitched a no-hitter in this town. Everyone is treating him like Steven Strasburg.
I mean, his World Series performance was legendary.
Yeah, it's like,
right?
It's like, Joe pitched a no-hitter, and everyone's like, who cares about the contract? Who cares about the $100 million? Right. It's like, guys.
I mean, he threw 14 in the third innings and had a 2.5 ERA in the World Series. In the NLCS, He went 7 scoreless innings.
Yeah,
I mean, he was amazing that postseason. If you look at his postseason, so I just feel like you have to take it, right?
He blew his arm out. I mean,
that's part of sports. You
take it. You take it, and you.
It's not ideal.
Have to, yeah. You just have to look at it as, hey, this guy, you're paying for what the World Series
think about
did.
It. 2019, he was only, we just told you he's 37. This was 6. He was only 31.
I know.
So I get the contract. He was only 31.
How many innings did he pitch the rest of his career after the World Series? I'm gonna guess under 50.
You're probably right. The answer is 5 plus 21 2/3 plus 4 2/3.
Wow, so less than that.
26, 31 in the third inning.
Oh,
isn't that incredible?
That's amazing.
It's incredible. Yeah. But again, I mean, one of the absolute, you think about a phenom as the number 1 overall pick. This guy was a phenom, right?
He did his job.
Yeah, absolutely.
The only thing he didn't accomplish was winning the Cy Young.
Yeah, that's a good point. He finished 3rd one year and 5th one year. He was top 5 twice. Top 10 3 times.
How many times did he make the All-Star team?
Guess.
3.
Yeah, 3-time All-Star. And again, his career it's basically a 2010 to 2019 career.
3-time All-Star, World Series champion, World Series MVP. Yeah. Did he win the NLCS MVP as well?
I don't know the answer to that.
I don't think he did. But still, World Series MVP, 3-time All-Star, World Series champion.
Pretty good legacy.
I would take that legacy.
No doubt about it. All right. Well, he's now the special assistant to San Diego State Baseball's head coach. And we were able to catch up with Steven Strasburg earlier today. You're going to hear our conversation on the other side, plus his comments on the San Diego Padres, a team he grew up rooting for right here in America's finest city. So you're going to hear from Steven Strasburg on the other side. We still have Jim's back page coming up. Updates from Game 3 of the World Series, which is underway between the Blue Jays and the Dodgers. No score currently in the bottom of the first inning. Stay with us. This is Jon and Jim, San Diego Sports 760 and live on the iHeartRadio app.
All right, this update is brought to you by Staples Stores. World Series Game 3 underway at Dodger Stadium. We're scoreless in the top of the second inning. Monday Night Football underway in Kansas City. We are scoreless with 7:41 left in the first quarter there. And moving over to SDSU, they take on Wyoming this upcoming weekend for homecoming at Snapdragon Stadium. Also Saturday night, SDFC and the Portland Timbers, game 2 of their 3-game series. SDFC has a 1-0 series lead. They're looking to shut out and move on to the semifinals of the MLS Cup. Your local Staples has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. Exclusions do apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends November 1st. Plus, save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
All right, Jim's back page coming up. If you missed it earlier, I think this is a really cool story. Steven Strasburg coming home. The phenom out of SDSU, World Series MVP. We started the conversation. So he's been named special assistant to the Aztecs head coach, all right, which is going to encompass a number of different facets for Steven Strasburg. But we just asked him about how full circle this has been. Coming home, how surreal it is.
Yeah, it feels like I was just out here pitching yesterday. Game goes by really fast, and I'm excited to be back home. I care so deeply about San Diego State baseball, and I'm very, very motivated to help get the program to the next level.
Has this been something like that's been in the works for a while? Like, have you been thinking about returning here to San Diego State in a coaching capacity?
Yeah, I think I still have a strong passion for the game of baseball, and my experience here at San Diego State changed my life, and I really want to do everything I can to preserve Tony Gwynn Stadium and have it return to being the premier venue in San Diego County. And I really believe that all the ingredients are here in our backyard to create something special and hopefully win a national championship someday.
Steven Strasburg with us right now on Jon and Jim. So you have such a unique relationship with San Diego. Like, you grew up a San Diegan. You were a Padres fan. You watched Tony Gwynn when you were young. You then played for him. You talked about this a little today, but for our listeners that didn't hear it, what was your relationship like with Tony that made it so special and unique?
Well, I think, Tony, he could have done anything after his playing career. And my freshman year, he was getting inducted in the Hall of Fame. And I remember going into the locker room for the first day and listening to him speak. And, he just really wanted to hit home that he was going to be our coach, and that he didn't really care that he was going into the Hall of Fame, or he didn't really care about all the accomplishments that he did. He really wanted to give back and, share his knowledge of the game with the next generation of players. And, I was fortunate and blessed to be one of those guys in the clubhouse playing for him.
So Aztec baseball named Kevin Vance the new head coach of this team back in July. What makes him the right guy for this job here at San Diego State?
Yeah, well, Kevin, the baseball community is really small. I actually grew up playing travel ball with his older brother. I never knew Kevin growing up, but there was a lot of alumni from San Diego State that were connected with him, and him being a local guy, he knows better than anybody how rich this area is with talent, and how many big leaguers have come out of San Diego is it's pretty special and pretty amazing to see that the top talent is right here in the backyard, and hopefully we can create something special to where they all want to become Aztecs.
So I'm curious from your perspective, because you touched on this today, like you'd like to see San Diego State, reach Omaha for the first time in program history, or potentially one day win a national championship. From your seat, what will it take for San Diego State to reach that level of college baseball?
Yeah, I think it's really going to start with building the infrastructure here to give, Kevin and the other coaches the resources to, keep the players here at home, number one, but to also develop them. Tony Gwynn Stadium has been here for, 25 plus years. and, it's starting to show a little bit of wear and tear, and there's, a lot of improvements in the works here, and really just trying to create this venue that is going to attract, the next generation of players and have it be, return to being the community venue that it was designed to be.
So looking back on your career here at San Diego State, obviously the no-hitter is the biggest one here. But, for you, what is your biggest takeaway from your playing time here at San Diego State?
Well, I think it's the relationships. We just had our alumni weekend last week, and it was just so special to be able to catch up and connect with former teammates. And it's the bond is the best thing that I could take away from my experience here. If it wasn't for the guys that I played with, my career wouldn't have been what it was. I came in here with no role. I was undrafted, struggled to finish the conditioning, and those guys really supported me. And I owe it all to them. They taught me how to get better. They taught me how hard you need to work to get to the next level. And I really did everything I could to just take all that information and, just continue to get better and better every day. And, I'm just fortunate to have had the career that I had. And, I wanted to create an environment for the next guy to come do the same.
Steven Strasburg with us right now. Again, earlier today named special assistant to the head coach of the Aztecs baseball program. As you know, San Diego State's transitioning to the Pac-12 conference. Of course, Oregon State has been one of the national powers. They'll be one of the members in the Pac-12. How motivating is that? What will it take to perform at a high level in this league that's coming within the next year?
Yeah, I think it's it's going to be a process for sure. And, Oregon State is at the pinnacle. They have the history, and, they've won the national championships, and, they're in a position where, we're trying to get to. And it's really going to, come down to taking care of the little things, getting a chance to see all the new players that came in here. It's a really exciting time to be an Aztec. The guys are hungry, and they want to go out there and do well for this city, and hopefully, turn some heads around in the process.
So this is our first time speaking with you, and I mentioned the no-hitter against Air Force, striking out 17 batters that game. Some people say that's the first no-hitter in San Diego, baseball history here. I know Joe had it for the Padres, but a lot of people look at your no-hitter as the first in San Diego. Going back to that moment, what did that day entail for you, and how much do you think about that, just randomly at times in your life?
Well, I think it just reminds me what's possible here at Tony Gwynn Stadium and here at San Diego State. I just look back on that game, and it's funny because my junior year kind of coincided with this greater push from MLB to air the draft and to have a lot more media exposure to the college game and the college players. And, it was just so special to be pitching my last game here at Tony Gwynn Stadium in front of a sellout crowd with the band playing, and the atmosphere is just electric. And I think it just goes to show, similar to what the Padres have been able to accomplish over the, last decade, is that, this is a baseball town, and, you have a good product on the field that, the fans are going to want to show up to support.
Let me ask you this. We can touch on the Padres briefly as well before you go, but let me ask you this. From your perspective, what was a better accomplishment? A no-hitter in your final college game, or striking out 23 batters? 23 batters against Utah. Like, what's, in your opinion, having done both, what's harder to accomplish?
It's tough to say. I look back on those games, and I remember the way it felt, but I don't remember exactly, what I did differently. I tried to keep it very simple out there, and that was to go out there and keep the team in the ball game. It's funny because I feel like the Utah game was one where it was a little bit tighter game. I was facing against a pitcher at Utah, Stephen Fife, I want to say, who ended up pitching in the big leagues for a bit. And so it was tooth and nail all the way to the end. And, I would say that was more of a challenge, because when when you're out there pitching and the game's close, it can all get away from you pretty quickly just from, one pitch going the wrong way.
So now that you're out of the big leagues, you can put your Padres cap back on. Padres have been really good the last, 4 seasons, 3 of the last 4 years making the postseason. What's it been like to see the success here of the Padres? Now that you're not, in the bigs anymore, you can probably watch them a little bit more. But what's your thoughts on their recent success and their future? What they're going to do in the future?
Yeah, it's really cool to see the team just showing continued success year in and year out. It's really impressive to see all the guys that they've been able to develop in-house. And, they really have this prospect pipeline that it seems like everybody that's coming up is contributing. From afar as a kid, I grew up in a different generation of Padres players. Everybody went around with Tony Gwynn, Ken Caminetti, Ryan Klesko jerseys. And now, taking my daughters to school and all the kids are wearing Machado, Tatis, and Jackson Merrill jerseys. So it makes me feel pretty old, actually.
That's hilarious. Steven Strasburg, man, congratulations on all your successes. I know a lot of people in San Diego are excited to have you back on the Mesa, special assistant to the head coach of the Aztecs baseball program. So congratulations on that. We will see you at Tony Gwynn Stadium soon, and thanks for hopping on the flagship.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
All right, great stuff.
I wish I could have heard Steven Strasburg talk about Max Scherzer, but
But you didn't ask the question.
I didn't ask the question because I'm an idiot.
That could have asked.
You didn't ask though.
I did not.
Still my fault though. It's my fault.
It is definitely your fault.
I'll take the L on this one. All right.
Yeah, take the L.
Yeah,
I appreciate you doing that.
I'm sure we're gonna have Steven Strasburg on the station a bunch, but oh wait, probably not.
No, I think we'll have a chance to have
No, he's with San Diego State. Yeah, we could.
Absolutely. I will say this: ABS and it not existing yet, automatic balls and strikes again. The Blue Jays ran into the oddest out you're going to see. Who was at first base? I don't even know.
Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette was at first base. He thought the batter had walked. It was a 3-1 count. The pitch was up. The batter thought he walked too.
It was a clear ball.
He started making his way to first, but then a strike was called. So the runner, Bichette, was caught between first and second, just walking there, and he was thrown out for the first out in the inning. Later in the inning, it was then first and third, 1 out. It could have been bases loaded, nobody out, or a run in first and third, nobody out. So it's scoreless in the bottom of the second inning, all because of a bad ball strike call by the plate umpire. That's crazy.
Yeah, like it's gonna be so refreshing next year when ABS is in play because we're not gonna have these stupid mistakes like this, right? As the Dodgers take a 1-0 lead, so that's awesome. I mean, it should be 1-0 Blue Jays, and instead it's 1-0 Dodgers. That was a bomb.
That was a bomb. Talk about a signing over the last couple of years. Teoscar Hernandez, what he's meant to the Dodgers.
He's been incredible.
Yep. Well, 1-0 Dodgers. Series over.
Series is over.
We
knew that.
I know. We've just been.
There was a little hope after game 1.
Absolutely.
But we knew after game 2.
It was going to be hard.
Yeah. Going back to Dodger Stadium. Dodgers, all they needed to do was a split. They'll probably take the next 3 here at Dodger Stadium. And this thing is over.
Ugh.
Yep.
All right. Jim's back page coming up next. All right, hey guys, it is Jon and Jim again for the all-new Jamul Casino Resort. We've been telling you about their hotel and spa. It is now open at Jamul Casino Resort. It is the next level of luxury. It's arrived, so treat yourself to a stunning new stay, rooftop relaxation, indulgent spa treatments, and all the thrills of Jamul Casino Resort, now all in one unforgettable destination.
Yeah, and you can savor San Diego's ultimate endless dining experience at Jamul 23, from their world-famous lobster brunch served every morning to the luxurious VIP endless dining experience each evening. You can indulge in chef-curated specialties with fresh seafood, prime cuts, and decadent desserts, all with stunning panoramic views.
A little bit more about the spa. You can now unwind in style, experience pure relaxation with indulgent treatments, serene spaces, and a retreat designed to refresh your body and mind, only at Jamul Casino Resort. Learn more and book a treatment today at jamulcasino.com/spa at the all-new Jamul Casino Resort, the Players Place. All right, Jon and Jim, a final time on this Monday. We should tell you about tomorrow. There's another show, 2 to 6.
Wow.
They want to make you aware
news.
of that. There's going to be a Tuesday show.
Wow. Is there going to be a Wednesday show?
Presumably.
What about a Thursday show?
Again, it's scheduled.
What about a Friday show?
Yeah,
TBD.
Our Thursday show is at Broken Yoke.
I know.
Just off campus at San Diego State. We're going to have Brian Dutcher join us as a guest. Other San Diego State basketball players will join us.
Yeah.
We have Aztec football tickets to give away all week.
What about a show on December 12th?
Why?
I'm just asking.
Depends if it's a Monday through Friday.
What about a show on January 1st?
Probably not. It's New Year's Day.
Yeah. No show that.
It's when the Aztecs are in the Rose Bowl.
What about a show? No, I'm just kidding. I don't.
So yeah, we're back tomorrow too. We have Aztec football tickets to give away all week long. Homecoming coming up. San Diego State 6-1. So much to play for Sean Lewis's team. I mean, we haven't even gotten into like I'm kind of just like tiptoeing into the whole what's on the line conversation with football. You know what I mean? Like they're 3-0 in the league. Can they get to a Mountain West championship game? Can they keep stacking up these wins? I mean, dare we even talk about the college football playoff? I think it's too early.
Not yet. Mountain West Conference Championship? Absolutely.
It's out there, right?
Oh, it's 100%
It's out there.
It's 100% out there.
I know.
If they can take care of business. Now, Hawaii is going to be a little tough. I think Hawaii is
Don't look past your Wyoming Cowboys.
Okay, I won't. Even though San Diego State has been dominated at home.
They've been dominant.
I won't.
Don't look past the Cowboys.
But if they can navigate through these next 2 games and get to Boise,
that'll be a big game.
Oh, boy.
That will be a big game.
Massive game.
All right, so ticket giveaways all week long. We'll be at Broken Yoke on Thursday. We'll talk to Brian Dutcher and some Aztec basketball players. But right now, let's get to this.
All right, Monday, crumble cookies.
Oh, yeah.
Crumble cookies of the week. First up, we have a chocolate peanut butter brownie featuring Reese's Pieces.
Okay, that sounds good.
We have a cookie dough cookie.
Love cookie dough, man.
Oh, man.
Is that not the best?
Cookie dough's amazing.
Is it bad for you, or do they Make them differently.
I don't
I was
care.
always told as a kid, like, you can't have too much.
I don't care if it's bad.
You don't care.
I don't care.
It's worth it.
It's worth it. It's amazing. Sometimes if I feel like making cookies, I kind of just want to eat the cookie dough.
You just eat the batter?
Yeah.
So
I think it's made different for like the cookie dough that's made specifically to be eaten as cookie dough, because I don't think it has the raw eggs in it.
Gotcha.
Because that was always the
issue.
The thing with eating raw cookie dough is raw eggs.
If it tastes like that,
salmonella.
Yeah. Win some, you lose.
Live once. Halloween confetti milkshake cookie.
Whew. Milkshake cookie.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
How about a pumpkin cheesecake cookie?
Not a cheesecake.
Yeah, I do that.
But I love pumpkin.
I would do that in a second.
Yeah, cheesecake's awesome.
How about a French toast cookie?
That's incredible.
How about a dirt cake cookie?
What's dirt cake?
It's like chocolate.
That's good.
And then just their classic semi-sweet chocolate chunk cookie. They also have a graveyard menu, which is brand new. This Halloween week, the Halloween week menu comes with a spooky surprise. Each store has one graveyard flavor, making a comeback after years in the Crumble afterlife. Open the Crumble app to see which one is haunting your store.
I kind of like that. That's cool.
Yeah. So, surprise cookie at your Crumble store here in San Diego.
Yeah.
Moving on. Krispy Kreme, John.
Yeah.
Is just deciding, you know what? On October 31st, to celebrate Halloween, free donuts for everybody.
Yeah, just whatever.
That's wearing a costume. So not everybody, but everybody that's wearing a costume. Free donuts for anyone in costume on October 31st.
Don't you feel like it's weird to wear a costume outside during the day if you're an adult? Like, okay, you could wear it at your Halloween event, like if iHeart has an event.
Yeah.
But I feel like you get dressed up maybe even in the building. Like, are you going to be dressed up like Dracula just throughout the course of the day? I'm not. That's not stylistically what I'm going to do.
I'm going to say no.
Right? Isn't that kind of weird? Dracula. Like you're going to go to like Wells Fargo.
Ooh, I sucked your blood.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like 10 a.m.
I'm like at a, like, I don't know.
Like the library or something.
Like, hey, can I get the book off the shelf over there?
Yeah.
I'm surprised John knows who Dracula is.
You know.
I go get my like oil changed. I just drive up.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's weird.
Dressed as like a hot dog.
Bizarre.
I'm dressed up as a hot dog and I go to get a hot dog at like
that would be weird.
Like Five Guys.
Do that.
I could do that.
Five Guys doesn't have hot dogs.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Now the hot dogs are like $14.
Is that right?
It's ridiculous.
Wow.
You can get toppings on it, but yeah, it's too much.
You go to Costco.
That's a better idea.
That's what the deal is.
It's like a $2 hot dog, and it's just as good. Would you go there
dressed up as a hot dog?
I think I would.
Okay.
Cannibalism.
What?
Hot dog eating a hot dog.
Have you ever had a hot dog around Bentley?
Yeah. Wait, have I?
Does he howl?
Yeah. No. Why would he howl?
Because you're eating his people. I don't know. You could dress Bentley up with the bun on the side.
Yeah, he could be a hot dog.
He's a hot dog.
Yeah. Shake Shack. Do you know Shake Shack, John?
Yeah, it's like a restaurant. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
that's what it is, right?
Yeah. Shake Shack, they're delicious, is serving up a spooky good deal just in time for Halloween. A buy one, get one free double Shack burger running through October 31st.
Okay.
Fans across the U.S. can score the deal by ordering through the Shake Shack app online at shakeshack.com or via an in-Shack kiosk using the promo code SPOOKY.
I like that. Are you a Shake Shack guy?
I am a Shake Shack guy. There's not a Shake Shack near me, so I don't go to Shake Shack a lot. But when I used to live in Mission Valley, I'd go there once every couple of weeks.
Okay.
It's good.
You're a Shake Shack guy.
Yeah, I like the burgers. I like the chicken.
They got good fries.
Really good fries.
Okay.
So there we go. Taco Bell fans, John, are in for a treat.
Okay.
The long-rumored Baja Blast Pie is finally rolling out nationwide this November. According to recent reports from major food outlets like Food Beast, the dessert featuring Taco Bell's Baja Blast is in accordance with their Baja-versary celebration. Turns out the brand's iconic Mountain Dew Baja Blast flavor They're going to turn it into a creamy key lime style pie layered over a buttery graham cracker crust, topped with whipped cream and a sprinkle of lime zest.
Baja-versary.
Their Baja-versary is coming up.
I like that.
I don't know about this one.
It's not your style.
I don't want to eat a lime green pie.
You've never had key lime pie before?
I love lime green.
I have never. I've had
it's tart.
Like a lemon.
You've never had a key lime pie?
Never had key lime pie.
That's good.
Nope.
Where's the camera?
It's right there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like.
Oh, you don't like it?
I just not something I would like choose. I would eat it, but I wouldn't be like, oh, let me get that key lime pie over there.
That's my favorite pie.
Are you serious?
Yes. Are you serious?
Are you being serious right now?
Dead serious.
Your favorite pie is key lime pie.
Not even close.
It's not mine, but it's a popular one.
I don't know what it is. I like key lime pie. Like that light green, that tartness.
Of course you would.
Why?
I'm just.
Wait, why? Is that a bad thing?
It's so you.
Kind of.
Like apple pies out there, pumpkin pies out there.
And I'm like, key lime all day.
And you're like, give me the key lime.
Yeah, for the win. Absolutely.
Of course.
Yes, let's go. Baja-versary.
So if I said, here's apple pie and key lime pie.
Not even close. Oh my God. I'm going to shove my face in that key lime pie. Bring it tomorrow.
You bring the key lime pie, I'll bring the pizza.
All right, we're back tomorrow at 2. Presumably, if you missed anything today, sportssd.com, iHeartRadio app, iTunes, TuneIn Radio, or Spotify. We've got Aztec homecoming tickets to give away tomorrow, beginning at 2 p.m. For Brent and Jim, I'm John. Keep it here. This is San Diego Sports 760.
Okay.
Peace.